Crushed Own, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Denny's Carpet, First Harrison Bank, Ivy Tech of Sellersburg, Morgan's Auto Salvage, Our Place Drug and Alcohol Services, Prosser Career Education Center, Rita's Tacos. Get ready for the excitement, the rivalries, and the hometown pride. It's Real Country 96.9 WKLO, your home for local sports.
A new season enters the third week as two nearby rivals collide tonight after an overtime thriller last season. Good evening and welcome to our girls basketball broadcast here on 96.9 WKLO, online at WKLO969.com, as well as on your Alexa device and on our YouTube channel at WKLO 96.9. We welcome you to our Davis Crushstone pregame show. We hope you're having a good Tuesday night, along with our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton. I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play story. Come on in for this gathering of family, friends, and fans. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the sounds emanating from whichever device you're listening to tonight. The Crawford County Lady Wolfpack, at 2-1 on the young season, have taken the short trip on State Road 64 to face the North Harrison Lady Cats, who are 0-3 here at the Cougar Den on the campus of North Harrison High School here in the town of Ramsey. The Lady Pack are coming off a tough last season when they finished with a 10-14 record. They ended the season on a 6-game slide and lost to Providence at home to open sectional play. So far, the Lady Pack are 2-1 with a home loss to Heritage Hills to start the season, but they have won their last two games on the road at Salem and Henryville last Tuesday and on Friday night of last week as well. The Lady Pack graduated one of the greatest leaders they've ever had in program history, and Madison Sturgeon last season, among the other seniors who are no longer with the program this year, but a new senior class with Emery Stroud leading the way as one of the top players in the Patoka Lake Athletic Conference, looking to turn the season around and bring Crawford County back to winning prominence yet again. So far, Stroud is the leader for the Lady Pack in scoring, rebounds, and blocks on the season to this point. Last week in their 47-32 win over Salem, she was one of the key reasons why the Lady Pack were able to pull away from the Lady Lions. And then on Friday night, Stroud got help from a host of other players, including Addison Pollock and Kaylee Lamar, a 5'7 senior and a 5'10 junior, respectively, for the Lady Pack, as they were able to pull away in the third quarter to take down the Lady Hornets. Crawford County also has a lot of other players who will be contributing tonight and throughout the season as well, including 5'6 junior guard Sylvia Farrell, as well as 5'7 junior forward Lexi Wright and 5'7 sophomore forward Peyton Stevenson. The Lady Pack believe they have depth. They believe they can put pressure on teams, and they will be starting every game with their defense. They're so far in their first three outings giving up 38.7 points per contest. For the North Harrison Lady Cats, they are in a new era now after finishing 8-15 last season in their final campaign with head coach Jamie Kolkmeyer. Dakota Brooks was hired to lead the girls program in June. And so far through three games, the Lady Cats are off to a tough start, but they've played three quality teams. An 0-3 record, including losses at South Central, Eastern Pekin, and at Charlestown on Friday and Saturday on those last two games. The Lady Cats were only down by 3 to Charlestown, 25-22 at halftime on Saturday, but got outscored 14-7 in the third quarter and never recovered after that. So far, it's no surprise that senior wing Grace Goldman is the leader for the Lady Cats in every major statistical category. She's averaging 24 points, 8 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 2.7 steals, and has 4 blocks so far in the first three outings for the Lady Cats. She's going to need a lot of help around her with the supporting cast. Carly Chapman, a 6-foot senior at forward, averaging 6.7 points and 7 rebounds per game. Lillian Burks is a 5'4 senior, averaging 3.3 points. Good to have her back in the lineup after she missed last season with injury. And then Olivia Brown, the 5'9 junior at guard, who has not been able to find her shooting eye so far. 5.3 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists per game for Brown. And then off the bench, Bree Beach has been the primary contributor for the Lady Cats. The 5'4 junior averaging 4.7 points per game and 4 out of 11 so far from behind the arc. Rivalry night tonight, Crawford County and North Harrison. I had the chance to talk with both head coaches before tonight's home opener for the Lady Cats. I talked with Crawford County head coach Chris Broughton about the end of last season, the opening stretch of this season, and his thoughts on the Lady Cats. I talked with North Harrison head coach Dakota Brooks about taking over as head coach, the team's first 3 road games, and his thoughts on the Lady Pack. You'll hear from the coaches after the commercial breaks. Hear from the Cougar Den and Ramsey. This is the Davis Crush Stone pregame show, located at 8605 Big John Road in DePaul. For all of your Crush Stone lime and aggregate needs, call Davis Crush Stone at 812-347-2707. You're listening to North Harrison Lady Cats basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
Morgan's Auto Salvage has been serving the community for many years and have been in the car business since 1984. Morgan's Auto Salvage has late model car, truck, and now carrying semi-truck parts. Can't find a part? With Nationwide Locator, you can find any part you need for your car, truck, or semi. Located on North State Road 37 in Paoli, Indiana. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Check out their Facebook page at Morgan's Auto Salvage. For questions, call 812-723-2121. Let Morgan's Auto Salvage experience go to work for you.
Crawford Career Education Center has been busy this summer with exciting campus upgrades. Join us for our open house Thursday, December 11th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. at 4202 Charlestown Road in New Albany. Take a self-guided tour of our state-of-the-art facility, meet industry-experienced instructors, and explore 31 high-wage hands-on programs. Call 812-542-8508 or visit your school counselor today.
We continue along with our Davis Crush Stone pregame show here on 96.9 WKLO. Crawford County visiting North Harrison in the home opener for the Lady Cats tonight. And with us now is head coach Chris Broughton of the Lady Pack as his team comes in with a 2-1 record tonight. We'll get to the matchup with North Harrison here momentarily. But Coach Broughton, so far early season, 2-1 record to start off. But you had a good senior class that also graduated last year too. So what was that transition like over the summer with that class graduating and then the incoming seniors coming in as well?
Yeah, we lose a big piece with Madison Sturgeon last year, 1,000-point scorer, played point for us, did a lot. So we just working people into new roles. It's not going to be one person that steps in and does that. It's going to be by committee. Everybody's got to do a little bit more. And I think for the most part this season, we've been able to do that. It's always, I feel like since I've been the coach, it starts and ends with our defense. And we've got to be able to play defense tonight. That's going to be our way. That's our path to victory. So we got to be able to pressure defense. We have to be able to turn them over. We have to find Goldman. We got to do those things. So we talked about last year's team versus this year's team. We got some younger kids we're trying to play now. We bring us some athleticism. We feel like we're pretty deep at the guard position where we can just run people in and out and always stay on you. Kind of how we used to play, about 5 or 6 years ago when we were really deep and just could get after you. That's the way we're trying to play this year. So we've changed our defense a little bit, turned up the pressure some. Hopefully that'll let us go from defense to offense.
Well, and you also have some experience coming back as well, which helps a lot. And, of course, it's not just Emery, but some other girls who got some valuable time last year. So it seems like that's made the transition a little easier.
Yeah, we returned 3 starters off last year's team. You look at Emmy, you got Kaylee Lamar inside, you got Addie Pollock, who's played for a while, and then Sylvia Farrell played big minutes for us last year. Peyton Stevenson came along at the end of the season. And then we got some younger kids that we're trying to bring in, and then some other veterans who have been around the program. So I feel good that we can go 8 or 9 deep and not lose a lot. Kids understand what we're trying to do. And then, we're out Abby Adams tonight, so we may go deeper in the lineup, and we're confident in those kids as well.
Well, and of course, you've got 3 games in so far. Had to play a good Heritage Hills team to start the season, and then went on the road to Salem, and then, of course, to Henryville last week. So what have you seen from the team so far through the first 3 games?
Well, we had some inconsistent play against Heritage Hills. We had a tremendous first half. We were ahead 8 points at halftime. And then Heritage Hills is good. I don't think we're going to see many teams, maybe if anybody, that has the length and athleticism that they play with. They got 2 kids that are 6 foot. They got a 5'11", they got a 5'9", a 5'7". They were bigger than us at every position. There's not many teams that we're going to play against that can block Emmy's shot on a consistent basis. So, I thought for the most part that game we didn't play bad. We just got really stagnant in the second half on offense. Salem, I thought we played pretty well. We kind of controlled the tempo of that game. We turned them over. And then same thing for Henryville. We didn't play well the first quarter of Henryville, so I'd say on the season we've had about 3 quarters where we didn't play how we want, but other than that, we played pretty well. And that's where we're going to have to be more consistent as the season goes along.
Yeah, and from what I noticed, Coach, I kind of watched back on that Henryville game on Friday night, and it was a close game in the first half going into halftime, but then in the third quarter, you were able to turn defense into offense, and it seemed like that really turned things around for you all.
Yeah, and we always feel like we need to be a second-half team just by the style of play that we want to play. We want to wear you down, and, you can play with us in the first and second quarter, but when we're bringing fresh kids in and you're tired, that's when it shows up in the second half, when your shots are a little short, and, you can't get back on defense. That's what we want to do, and that's got to be the game plan tonight. We got to try to wear North Harrison down as the game goes on, and hopefully that'll play into our favor in the second half.
And one thing I noticed, Coach, looking at your team, looks like you kind of mentioned having that backcourt depth, but it also looks like you have some girls who kind of would be like the equivalent of interchangeable parts as far as what you like to do on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, we feel like we're kind of a Swiss Army knife, but just different. If we put all of our kids as one player, we'd have a heck of a player, but we got some girls that are really good at X, and some girls are really good at Y, and others are really good at Z. So it's just kind of putting the puzzle pieces together and playing to their strengths, not putting them in a position where they're not going to be successful. And that takes some time as the season goes along too. But yeah, that's we'll probably sub a lot tonight. May not feel like there's any rhyme or reason that we're subbing, and it's just we want to get fresh looks. We want to try to put kids in the best position that they can to be successful for us.
Well, you kind of alluded to it before your matchup with North Harrison tonight, and looking at this Lady Cat team, Coach, what stands out to you about North Harrison so far through the first three games?
Well, we got to stop Goldman. That's going to be the big key for us. And you're not really going to stop a player like her. You just have to try to contain her and hold her down. If we can keep her around 10 to 12 versus letting her go for 20 or 25, I think that's probably more of the goal. They got Brown who can play on the outside. Beach has shot the ball really well so far this season. They got some other parts to go with Goldman, but I think that's where it starts. That's where our focal point has got to be. We got to make the other kids on the floor beat us. And if they step up and start hitting shots, then we can adjust. But that's what we have to do defensively. I think we have to turn the pressure up. You'll see us probably press a lot. You'll see us try to turn the pressure up in the half court, try to turn them over a little bit. I think that's what, if you look at the South Central game, North Harrison got ahead early, then South Central turned the pressure up a little bit. So that's going to be our goal tonight, is to try to do the same thing.
As outside of Abby Adams, of course, who's not with you tonight, everybody else available, ready to go tonight?
Yeah, and that's a big piece for us not to have our point guard, our senior point guard who's been our point guard for 2 years and runs our offense and controls things. So might look a little out of sorts early, but, we got the kids, I think, that can piece it together. Might see Emmy Stroud may have to handle the ball more for us and bring it up, just some different stuff like that. But we'll piece it together, and tonight especially, so our defense has got to carry us.
No doubt. Coach Broughton, as always, thank you so much for taking the time for the talk. You and the Lady Pack have a good game here on the road at North Harrison tonight.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, Chris Broughton joining us here in our Davis Crushstone pregame show. Stay with us. We've got the interview with Coach Brooks coming up after the break as you're listening to North Harrison Lady Cats basketball here on 96.9 WKLO.
Are you looking for top quality crushed stone in Harrison County? Look no further than Davis Crushed Stone in DePaul. At Davis Crushed Stone, they have been serving Southern Indiana for years, providing the highest quality crushed stone for all your construction needs. Their locally sourced stone is perfect for driveways, roads, landscaping, and much more. Plus, the friendly staff can assist you with your order, ensuring you get exactly what you need. They'll even deliver it right to your doorstep, making your project hassle-free. Choose Davis Crushed Stone for your next project. Give them a call at 812-347-2707.
Our Davis Crushstone pregame show continues right here on 96.9 WKLO. It is the home opener tonight for the North Harrison Lady Cats, hosting Crawford County. And joining us now is first-year varsity head coach Dakota Brooks as the Lady Cats get set for this rivalry matchup. We'll get into that here in just a few moments. But Dakota, here it is. First season for you as the girls varsity coach here at North Harrison. So for our listeners who may be getting introduced to Lady Cats basketball for the first time tonight, what's your background in coaching and in basketball?
Yeah, of course, the last 2 years I've coached with Coach Schultz on the boys' side here at North Harrison. And before that, I was over at Corden with Coach Conrad and the girls there. And if you want to go even further back, coaching with Josh's dad, Jerry, in the elementary and middle school grades. So that's kind of where where I started coaching, and it's got me to where I am now. So we're excited.
Yeah, and of course you got hired back in June, so kind of a quick turnaround as far as getting established what you wanted to do. So how much were you able to get established over the summer and so far early in the season?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, this summer, we played in a couple of shootouts and went over to Tell City and played in their shootout. And had a couple girls out on vacation and whatnot, but we competed, and with that, a lot of our younger girls that maybe don't have a lot of varsity experience got a lot of experience over the summer, which I think is going to pay dividends this season going forward. And then over at the Corden shootout, got a lot better, and just kind of, like we talked about earlier, just starting to build confidence with those young girls, and getting them used to the speed of the varsity game, and kind of getting them acclimated to that. And, so it's been a good summer, and we had a good fall workout series and practices, and kind of getting our feet under us now, and hopefully get a little bit of success tonight.
Well, as far as the coaching staff goes, what does that look like for the Lady Cats and you in your first year here at North Harrison?
Yeah, of course, our JV coach, Coach Corey Love, he was here last year. It was his first year. He came from Eastern. He's got a couple of daughters in our youth and our middle school grades. He does a great job. And we also have Coach Tara Sin. Her son Dawson coached him the last 2 years on the boys' side. She also has a daughter in the 6th grade. And she's a North Harrison graduate. She played here. Won't tell you when. A couple years ago. So she does a good job. Girls really look up to her and listen to her. And we also have Coach Ava Wetzel. I always call her Coach Ava Weber, but now not Coach Wetzel. So Ava, coached her at Corden at my time there, and she's done a really good job of kind of finding her voice, and obviously the girls really look up to her, and she coaches them hard, and as she should, and they look up to the coaching that she gives them.
Well, I know you have 4 seniors on this team this year. 2 of them have had extensive varsity experience with Carly Chapman and, of course, Grace Goldman. So what's it been like having them as leaders on the team this year?
Yeah, sure. I mean, like I said, just that experience. They understand kind of what those varsity games look like and the expectation, and kind of they've done a great job of just bringing the others along, getting them acclimated to that, and being leaders on our team. And they've done a good job, as well as our other seniors, Lillian Burks, who had an injury last year, didn't get to play a ton. Then Becca, unfortunately, right now is still kind of recovering from that injury. But some of our juniors have really stepped up, and Paisley Book and Olivia Brown, and kind of getting them to those roles of like I said, leadership roles, and so looking forward to them growing as leaders as well on our team.
Well, and you also have some young girls who saw some varsity time last year, so I'm sure that's kind of helped with the transition for them as far as kind of having some experience with the speed and the physical play at that level.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like I said earlier with the summer, just getting some of those younger girls confident in their abilities, and then getting them to kind of take what we work on in practice and transition that into the game, and just reminding them that they can do those things. And Bree Beach, she's really took a big step forward this year, just 3 games in, and we always have to remind them of that in practice. And it's just kind of a process, but I think we're getting there and we're going in the right direction.
Well, you've got 3 games so far, all on the road. South Central.
Giving parental permission for children to drink might feel like a chance for safe supervision, but the reality is you're increasing the risk of future alcohol abuse and negative consequences. In addition to the potential for misuse down the road, we also know that alcohol use by teenagers has a damaging effect on brain development. If you really want the best for your child, ask yourself, what message are you sending? Paid for by Our Place Drug and Alcohol Education Services.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat Low-Fill Insulation System makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat Insulation System by visiting us at Bender Lumber. Local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. We'll try to get to the rest of Dakota Brooks' interview there at halftime. Still got about 3 minutes left on that. But in the meantime, let's meet tonight's starters. First for Crawford County. They're 2-1 on the season, averaging 45 points and giving up 38.7 on average. They will start the lineup tonight with Addison Pollock, 5'7", and a senior at guard. Another guard will be Sylvia Farrell, 5'6", and a junior. 3 forwards will start tonight. Peyton Stevenson at 5'7" and a sophomore, and Kaylee Lamar at 5'10" and a junior. There'll be 2 of the forwards. And the third forward will be Emery Stroud at 6'1" and a senior. The Lady Pack head coach is Christopher Broughton. He's in his 13th year as the Crawford County head coach. He's also the athletic director. The Lady Pack's record with Coach Broughton, 167 and 126. For the Lady Cats of North Harrison, 0-3 coming into tonight, averaging 50.7 and giving up 66.7 points per game. They'll start 3 guards and 2 forwards. Olivia Brown in the backcourt, 5'9" junior, 5.3 points, 2 assists per game. Lillian Burks, the second guard, a 5'4" senior, 3.3 points, 2.7 rebounds per game. The forwards, Paisley Book, 5'10" and a junior, 2 points and 6 rebounds per game. Carly Chapman, the second forward at 6 foot and a senior, 6.7 points and 7 rebounds per game. The third guard will be Grace Goldman, the 5'10" senior, 24 points, 8 rebounds, 2.3 assists, and 2.7 steals per game. Head coach of the Lady Cats, Dakota Brooks, in his first season leading the program. And the Lady Cats, of course, 0-3. Crawford County wins the opening tip. They're coming toward us here from the balcony at the Cougar Den in Ramsey tonight on the campus of North Harrison High School. She'll give it up top to Kaylee Lamar from the right side. Lamar swings it over to Stevenson on the left wing. Peyton Stevenson takes it right, gives it up to Farrell. Down to the corner to Stroud. Down low to Lamar. Turns, gets the shot up around Chapman. Missed it short. Chapman is able to come down with the rebound, but a steal. Stroud in the backcourt takes it away and lays it in with the reverse from right to left. 2-0 early for Crawford County on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Lady Pack in the road brown uniforms tonight. They've got the alternating burnt orange and white squares going around the collar and the shoulders. A jump ball forced there from the Lady Pack as Addison Pollock tied up Lillian Burks. It'll be Lady Cat basketball. They also have the alternating burnt orange, white, and brown dashes going down the side of the uniform. Burnt orange letters and numbers. Crawford in big block letters across the front of the uniform. As a foul is committed out front, Paisley Book has it in the half-court circle. She gets fouled as Addison Pollock will pick up her first, and that'll be the team's first of the night. Lady Pack have Crawford across the top, big C, big D, County between the C and the D in white. And they also have the C paw print in white on the back of the jersey above the number and on the right side of the shorts in burnt orange. North Harrison with it. Brown drives it right side of the lane out to the corner to Paisley Book. Tries to bounce it back to Brown, but it's stolen away as the Lady Pack come away with it. Peyton Stevenson got the steal up ahead to Stroud, who has it on the right wing. Emery takes it across the key, kicks it out for a Stevenson 3 left wing. It rims in and out. Rebound fought for underneath. Carly Chapman comes out of there with it, but a foul is committed as the Lady Pack were reaching in on that play. And that'll be the second foul on Crawford County early. This will be the first on Kaylee Lamar. So the Pack already with 2 fouls. Paisley Book will check out, and for her is Bree Beach. 5'4" and a junior, 4.7 points per game. The Lady Cats are in the home white uniforms, blue letters and numbers, outlined in the blue stripes. Lady Cats arced over the number on the front of the jersey, blue around the collar, blue stripe down the side of the jersey that goes down the shorts. Goldman drives right, throws it off the glass, and banks it in. Brown handed it off to her at the top, and Grace took it the rest of the way. Lady Cats also have the Lady Cat logo, the head of the cat on the side of the trunks on both sides just below the hip, and then on the back of the jersey above the number. Crawford County works it around the perimeter. Up top, Stevenson with it to Stroud at the free throw line. Spins, puts up the shot off the glass. Too strong, no good. Rebound, Grace Goldman. She'll bring it back the other way in transition. Coast-to-coast drive. Missed the layup from the left side. Defense got there at the end. Rebound comes down to Emery Stroud. Stroud across midcourt to the right side. Gives it to Lamar on the left. Straight away to Farrell. Farrell takes it right wing. Goes down above the corner to Pollock. She throws a pass inside. Goldman denies it. Brown was behind her along with Chapman, and it will stay with Crawford County 2-2 with 5:43 to go here in the opening quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Inbound comes to the right corner from Stroud to Stevenson. Peyton Stevenson drives baseline straight away out to Stroud 3, and she rattled that in. Emery Stroud with 5 points already, all of them for Crawford County. 5-2, 5.5 minutes to go first quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Brown with it up top, gets a screen from Grace Goldman, fires up a 15-footer, missed it off the back of the rim. Goldman with the offensive rebound, kicks it out to Brown, who takes it back beyond the perimeter, and now tosses it to Beach on the left wing. She tried to go high post to Brown at the right elbow, threw it away to Kaylee Lamar, who stepped in with the steal. Over to Farrell, left side of the front court, straight away to Pollock, drives in, throws up the runner, rims around, falls out. Rebound tipped out to the right side. And Goldman gets the long rebound out 15 feet away. Drives it ahead. Kicks it to Burks. Corner 3 right side. Off the side of the rim. Brown offensive rebound in the lane. Throws it back up. Can't get it to go. Rebound Chapman underneath. Gets the shot up. It won't go in. It rolled around the rim and fell out from the left side. And with that, it will be 2 shots coming up for Carly Chapman and the Lady Cats. 3 fouls now all on Crawford County with 4:47 to go here in the first quarter. And the free throw for Chapman, first one rattles around, falls out, then drops in. So she gets her first point of the night with 1 more shot coming. 2 fouls now on Kaylee Lamar, team's third, as mentioned, on Crawford County here in the opening quarter. Lamar has to come out, and in for her. Find out here in just a moment. It'll be Lexi Wright as the second free throw goes off the back of the rim. First 2 attempts of the season for Chapman. 5-3, actually, the score. Here is Farrell, left wing 3, lines it up, misses it long off the right side rim. Rebound tipped, and Pollock comes down with the offensive board for Crawford County on the baseline right. They work it around to Stevenson on the left, straight away to Farrell. Drives it to the right elbow, short corner to Lexi Wright. Wright throws it high post to Stevenson, drives it against Burks, and a foul is going to be called as Stevenson was trying to take it to the left side of the basket. She will go to the line for 2 shots. It'll be the first foul of the night on North Harrison. This will be on the senior guard, Lillian Burks. Her first and the team's first of the night as well. 2 shots coming for Stevenson, the sophomore. First one on the way. She knocks that one in. First point of the night for Peyton Stevenson. She makes it a 6-3 Crawford County advantage. 4:22 to go here in the opening quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Second free throw on the way. She knocks that in as well. 2 quick points for Peyton Stevenson. Crawford County back to the bench, and this time it'll be Bryn Engel, I-N-G-L-E, 5'4" sophomore checking in. She'll be out there with Farrell, Stevenson, Stroud, and Wright for the Lady Pack. Goldman gets the inbound pass, throws it to Burks, who takes it across the timeline left side. The pass went from right to left. Goldman gets it on the handoff, top of the arc. Drives it left side, inside the arc. Over to Burks, open 3, right wing. It's long off the left side of the rim. Brown gets the rebound down low, goes back up. Nothing there. Shot was blocked. Stroud. And then on the rebound, Brown tying up Wright. And the jump ball is going to favor Crawford County with 4:02 to go here in the opening quarter. Inbound comes to Emery Stroud. She will be handling the point guard position more tonight for the Lady Pack with Abby Adams not here tonight. Stroud takes it from left to right, now has it back up top. Beach is all over. Goldman gets after it. Now there will be a tie-up at the top of the arc, and the arrow will favor North Harrison, so forcing the turnover on Stroud with the double team coming between the 2 seniors and Lillian Burks and Grace Goldman. Lady Cats will get it down by 4. With 3:44 to go here in the opening quarter. Paisley Book will check back in for the Lady Cats. She will replace Bree Beach in the lineup. So Beach coming off the bench, now coming back off the floor again as the Lady Cats keep a small rotation here in the first quarter. Inbound to Goldman in the backcourt. Grace across the timeline, meets the double team, gives it to Burks in the right corner. Burks looks for Chapman inside, gets it to her. Chapman skips it to Brown, left wing for a 3. That's long off the side rim. right side. Rebound run down. Stevenson, I thought, touched it last, but instead, I guess Burks might have gotten a piece of it there at the end, and the Lady Pack will take it back. So far, North Harrison 1 of 7 on their shooting to start this contest, while Crawford County sits right now at 2 out of 7 shooting from the floor. It'll be Engel checking out for the Lady Pack, and back out there is Addie Pollock for Crawford County. Farrell brings it across midcourt, right side to Stroud, back to Farrell, now left side to Stevenson on the wing, high post to right at the left elbow, back to Stevenson on the wing to Stroud, corner 3, missed it off the front of the rim, and Brown is the one who collects the rebound in front of the basket. Olivia shovels it ahead to Paisley Book, right wing, into the corner to Burks. Burks takes it up to the left perimeter, circles it around to the left of the half-court circle, under 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Burks with it on the right side, top of the key to Goldman. Goldman has to get the ball out high, now drives it to the corner, gets it to Burks, now to Brown. She'll get to the 15-foot line, had the ball stripped away. Stroud takes it the other way, and going the other way, that was all ball. Burks really didn't touch the arm, and she's going to get called for the foul anyway. The official perceived that she hit the arm, but she got all basketball there. But call is going to stand, and Burks will pick up her second. That'll also be the team's second as well on North Harrison. Stroud at the line. Free throw on the way. Got that. I don't know what her percentage is, but I'd say it's pretty good here early in the season. She's got 6. And the Lady Pack are up 8-3 with 2:38 to go in the first quarter. Book right back out. And right back in again is Bree Beach for the Lady Cats. Crawford County has Wright, Stevenson, Stroud, Farrell, and Engel back out there. Stroud buries the second free throw. She's got 7 of the 9. And the Lady Cats, 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter, down by 6. Goldman pushes it ahead to Burks in the short corner right side. Tried to go to Chapman in the post. Ball bounces off her knee. Stroud steals it, brings it back the other way. Emery takes it out to the right wing. Throws it to Farrell, who's wide open for a 3. That one glances off the front of the rim. Brown trying to save the rebound. Burks ends up coming away with it. And before the jump ball can be forced, Dakota Brooks is able to get a timeout. 2:14 to go first quarter. It's Crawford County 9, North Harrison 3 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. You're listening to North Harrison Lady Cats basketball on 96.9
At First Harrison,
WKLO.
the Banking Butler is more than just a banking app. It's who we are. It's a level of service we've delivered for more than 130 years. If you need to borrow money for a home loan, car loan, even loans for boats, RVs, you name it, First Harrison Bank will get you competitive rates with fast, local decisions. Apply online at firstharrison.com. The Banking Butler. It's who we are. Keep it easy. Keep it local. First Harrison Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Real country, pure country. 96.9 WKLO, Hardensburg, Corydon, Paoli.
2 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the opening quarter in the home opener tonight for the North Harrison Lady Cats. So far, it is all Crawford County, at least for the most part, 9-3 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Again, 2:14 left in the first quarter. A decent crowd out tonight. Got youth girls basketball playing at halftime of the JV and varsity games tonight. Lillian Burks to inbound out of the timeout. Throws it to Bree Beach in the backcourt. Beach takes one dribble, then gives it up to Goldman, who brings it across the timeline left side. Had it poked away from behind as Bryn Engel was able to get in there and influence that. So it'll stay with North Harrison as they'll inbound from the sideline below us. That would be the left side in their front court. Lady Cats going away from us here from the balcony at the Cougar Den tonight. Inbound to Olivia Brown, left side of the floor. Had it stolen from behind. There is Engel. She'll drive it to the left. She'll get her shot swatted away. Grace Goldman with a clean block. A mismatch there as Engel, the sophomore at 5'4", tried to challenge the 5'10" senior. Did not go well for Engel, but it'll still be Crawford County basketball. Pollock with the inbound to Stevenson in the left corner from the sideline in front of the North Harrison bench. Stevenson gets it back from Pollock, now to Engel. Pollock between the circles to Engel on the left perimeter. Back to the corner. Stevenson, 3. Can't get that to go in. Weak side rebound right. Throws up a prayer under the backboard. Can't get that. Stroud with the rebound put back. That doesn't go. And the rebound finally coming to the Lady Cats. But a foul is going to be called in the backcourt on Crawford County, and this one will be on the sophomore at 5'7", Peyton Stevenson. That's her first and the team's fourth here in the first quarter. A minute 31 to go. It's still 9-3 Crawford County. Neither team shooting well here in the early going of this one.
Except for Stroud.
Yeah,
for Crawford.
Even her percentage isn't very good, only 2 out of 6. But there's Brown, nice backdoor cut, getting that one on the layup right side. I didn't see who made the pass unless it was Beach.
I think it was Beach, yeah.
So Bree will get the assist. 9-5 now. Stroud going through traffic. Layup left side. Can't get it to go. Rebound right. Had it under the basket. Gets it to Stroud, who manages to stay in bounds. And then a foul is going to be whistled on the Lady Cats. Brown and Burks tried to double-team Stroud in the short corner. And fortunately for the Lady Cats, the foul goes on Olivia Brown. That'll be her first, and that'll be the team's third of the quarter. Substitution for the Lady Cats, Presley Emmons at 5'4" and a junior. She checks in, averaging 2.7 points in the first 3 games of the season. She replaces Burks in the lineup with those 2 fouls. Inbound coming from the left baseline. Pollock gets it into Wright. Wright tries to throw a pass that's deflected, and it's finally knocked away, stolen. Olivia Brown comes out of there with it. The junior races it up the floor, gets it to Beach left corner. 50 seconds to go in the first. Out to Goldman, long 3. Got it. Wow. Left to the top of the key.
Nice shot.
Dial it up from distance. Grace Goldman trims the lead to 9-8. She's got 5 points early on. Farrell, front court, right side to Pollock in the corner. Back out to Farrell. Free throw line, Stroud. Farrell straight away gets it again. Drives it to the right. Now gives it back to Stroud straight away. Down to the block. Right side to right. Back out it goes now to Farrell on the right wing. She'll drive through defenders. There will be no shot attempt. She was fouled on the floor before the layup attempt, but it'll be the 4th foul of the quarter on the Lady Cats with 23.4 seconds to go. And this is going to be bad news for the Lady Cats the way it looks. It looks like it's going to be on Olivia Brown, unless I'm mistaken here. Yeah, that's going to be 2 on Olivia now. So 2 on Lillian Burks, 2 on Olivia Brown for North Harrison. Early foul trouble for the Lady Cats. Inbound to Farrell, right wing. Catches it, gives it back to the inbounder, Pollock. She tries to throw a pass that's deflected away. It hit a cheerleader on the right arm. She didn't even turn around. She's smiling about it because one of her teammates on the cheer team's looking at her, kind of checking up on that right arm now. Inbound, Farrell has it, fires a 3 right at the top of the key. Missed it long. Rebound to Presley Emmons. She's caught in a double team, trying to get out of it, and she draws contact. A foul is going to be whistled here on the Lady Pack, and this will put the Lady Cats at the line for 2 shots. This foul will go on Addison Pollock, the 5'7" senior. That's going to be her second now, and that'll be the team's 5th of the quarter. So Crawford County in a similar predicament. Pollock has 2 fouls, and Kaylee Lamar also has 2 fouls for Crawford County. The difference is Crawford's a little deeper than North Harrison. Free throw up, good for Presley Emmons. First time she's been at the line this year. Lady Cats coming in 15 of 20 as a team, but as Olivia Brown checks out, we see the freshman Lola Bowman, 5'5", come in. She's played in one other game, has 1 rebound, no points. Lady Cats came in averaging just under 7 attempts per game. Second free throw was missed for Emmons. Rebound to the Lady Pack here is Stroud firing up a prayer from 30 feet away on the right wing. Missed it off the backboard, and that'll do it for the first quarter. At the end of 1, the Lady Cats have drawn even with Crawford County 9-9 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. You're listening to coverage of North Harrison Lady Cats basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
Are you looking for top quality crushed stone in Harrison County? Look no further than Davis Crushed Stone in DePaul. At Davis Crushed Stone, they have been serving Southern Indiana for years, providing the highest quality crushed stone for all your construction needs. Their locally sourced stone is perfect for driveways, roads, landscaping, and much more. Plus, the friendly staff can assist you with your order, ensuring you get exactly what you need. They'll even deliver it right to your doorstep, making your project hassle-free. Choose Davis Crushed Stone for your next project. Give them a call at 812-347-2707.
Looking to update your floors? Denny's Carpet in Corden has been your local expert for over 35 years. From cozy carpets to durable hardwoods and stylish vinyl, they have it all and at prices you love. With top-notch customer service and affordable options, they make it easy to transform your space. Plus, enjoy special discounts on select flooring. Stop by or call 812 738-8466 off Highway 62 in Corydon. Denny's Carpet, because they know quality and affordability matter.
Well, for some reason, we've got a malfunctioning buzzer here at the Cougar Den in Ramsey. So if you're hearing that buzzing sound in the background, that's what it is, as the scorer's table looks to get that corrected. So this is, honestly, I don't think I've ever heard a buzzer do that before, especially in a high school game.
Not that long.
But nevertheless, it's a bit of a slow start offensively. Defense has been the calling card for both teams early on. Tied at 9 on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard, starting the second quarter here at the Cougar Den in Ramsey, along with our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton. I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play. Crawford County starts with possession in the second quarter. Sylvia Farrell to Emery Stroud. Back to Farrell on the left wing extended. Down to the corner to Stevenson. Lob pass for Stroud, left block, but Carly Chapman steps in and steals it. Chapman will bring it across off the Stevenson turnover. It'll be Goldman, actually. She'll give it to Lillian Burks in the half-court circle. Burks with those 2 fouls. And as Grace gets it at the top, she gets fouled from behind. Sylvia Farrell reaching in one too many times, and that'll be her first foul of the contest, the 5'6" junior for the Lady Pack. Team's first here in the second quarter. 7:33 to go. Tied at 9 here in the second quarter on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Inbound to Olivia Brown along the left sideline. Takes it to the wing, straight away to Burks between the circles. Gives it to Book in the corner. Paisley looking inside. Has to dribble out of there. Does. Finally gets some room, but as she does, she throws it right at Kaylee Lamar, who couldn't catch it. She's got 2 fouls back in there. She lost it out of bounds into the Crawford County bench. Lady Cats will reset on the inbound. Burks is the one to trigger the pass. Lillian will look to inbound it and gets it to Grace Goldman on the right side. Goldman takes it down left, gives it to Brown. 3 on the way. Yes! Olivia Brown, 2 out of 13 from long distance coming in. She's got 5. And for the first time tonight, the Lady Cats are in front, 12-9. Actually, it's the first time since it was 2-0 that they have been in front so far. Lady Pack led by as many as 6. Stroud, short corner jumper right side. Can't bank it in. Lamar gets the offensive rebound. The putback is too strong as it rolled off the right side and front rim. Rebound comes down to Book. And Paisley had to take it away. Stroud gets a jumper from the free throw line and knocks it in for what is going to be her 9th point of the contest. Stoppage of play as Sylvia Farrell has to deal with something here for just a moment. Well, I don't think that was a 3. I thought Stroud made a 2 on that. They've got 12-11 on the scoreboard. I'm pretty sure it's tied, though, actually. I'm positive that was a 2 that Stroud made, I thought. It says 12-11, so I guess we'll go with that until
further notice,
I guess. Brown with it out top, off the ball movement, has it knocked away. Chapman gets it left elbow, throws it to Goldman down low. She turns, throws up a shot. It wouldn't go. Hit the glass, rolled around the rim for a second, and then fell off the right side, but a foul will be called on Crawford County. A lot of contact on that play. It was pretty close as to whether Grace was in the act or not. Well, now we got 15 for Crawford County. That's not right either.
No, that's not right at all.
Brown, it should be 12-11 North Harrison, actually.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how they got to 15 because it was 9-9 at the end of the first quarter. There we go. Now the score's been corrected. Goldman did make the first free throw. One more coming. She is so far 12 of 15 on the young season. The team coming in was 15 out of 20, so the rest of the team 3 out of 5 outside of Grace coming in. She makes that second free throw. She's got 7, and now we are finally on track. 14-11 should be the... Oh, daggone it.
They've not got that right on the other side now.
We're having a lot of issues tonight with the scoreboard. Farrell has it stolen in the front court. Lillian Burks got it, and Farrell's going to be called for her second personal foul. Lamar, by the way, picked up her 3rd on that Goldman shot. So that's 3 fouls already in the quarter on Crawford County with 6:05 to go here in the second. The score should read 14-11 in favor of North Harrison. Goldman As it gives it to Brown, straightaway three, clangs off the back of the rim, rebound to Pollock, and Brown, just an unnecessary foul there. Reached in on Pollock as she was coming back the other way. That's now 3 on Olivia Brown, and that'll be the first on the Lady Cats here in the quarter.
That's not good.
Definitely going to hurt the Lady Cats. So now you got to send Presley Emmons back in there, and Brown should be done for the half. Very little chance you're going to see her come back again. 14-11. He finally got the correct score. 5:50 and counting here in the second. Stroud driving, throws it up off the glass with the runner and got it to go from the right side. Emery Stroud has scored 11. The lead is 14-13. Lady Cats in front of Crawford County by a slimmest of margins. Beach has it left side, hands it to Burks. Drives it to the right of the top of the key, gives it to Grace Goldman. Goldman's got to get it out of there. Tried to go backdoor to Burks, but Peyton Stevenson was there to deflect it away above the right block to Stroud, who brings it up the floor. Stops left elbow out to the corner to Stevenson. Actually, Pollock. Back to Stroud. 15-footer left side. Rims off. Chapman grabbed the rebound, and she was also grabbed from behind. She had position on that rebound, and Lexi Wright is going to be the one to pick up this foul for the Lady Pack. That's going to be her first, and that'll be the fourth already on Crawford County with 5:17 to go in the second. Pollock checks out. Bren Engel, the 5'4 sophomore, back in there, joining the lineup with Stevenson, Stroud, and Wright. Engel steals it from Emmons in the backcourt, throws up a shot, got fouled left side of the basket. 2 shots coming up here for Bren Engel. And that foul will be on Presley Emmons. That'll be her first, and that'll be the team's second of the quarter. Just a disastrous turnover there for Presley Emmons. Got to do a better job taking care of the ball with Olivia Brown out. Engel is a lefty. First attempt at the line is on the way. She left that one short. Airballed it, in fact. It just touched the twine down there at the bottom. You can tell she did not look confident stepping up to the line when she got there. Second attempt on the way for Engel, the sophomore. That one goes right down the hatch. Go from an air ball to a swish in one motion, and we've got our third tie of the night at 14 apiece. 5:11 to go here in the second quarter.
Both teams are playing hard. Crawford's a little more aggressive, and that's showing.
Well, Beach driving it right. Got it poked away as she crossed the timeline. Stroud driving the other way, lays it up, missed it, but contact and another foul coming up here on North Harrison. This one will be on Grace Goldman. Your best on their best, as it were, and with 5:01 to go in the second, that'll be the first on Grace tonight, third on the Lady Cats. Emery Stroud made 2 free throws late in the first quarter. 2 more coming up here. This one, front of the rim, rattles in and falls through.
Turnovers are really hurting North Harrison right now all the way around. They've got a lot of turnovers.
Having a lot of trouble with this pressure that Crawford County's applying. Second free throw, Stroud rims around, front, back, and falls in. Stroud's got 13 of her team's 16 points so far. Peyton Stevenson has 2. Brent Engel has 1. Those are all free throws. Stroud has all 4 field goals that Crawford County has made so far. They're just 4 out of 21 shooting. Inbound pass deflected away from Goldman. Farrell gets it, but then she throws a pass to Pollock right side of the lane that Presley Emmons steals. And back the other way we go. Goldman with it in the backcourt. Got to get it across. Does to Burks at the left wing. Down to the corner to Emmons. Out to Goldman. 3 on the way. Missed it off the side of the rim. Rebound underneath to Bree Beach. Kicks it out to Burks. Open 3 right wing. That one off the front of the rim. And Pollock is able to come down with the rebound right in the lane for the Lady Pack. Gives it to Stroud. She'll jaunt across the timeline. Under 4.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 16-14 Crawford County. Pass to the corner to Pollock. Back to Stroud. Runner from the right side won't go. Rebound tipped around. Pollock comes away with it at the top of the arc. Pollock back over to Stevenson. 3 right wing. That rims out. Rebound Carly Chapman on the left block. Throws it right to Stroud. Reverse layup. No good. Grace Goldman comes down with the rebound this time. Back the other way. The Lady Cats in too much of a hurry. Chapman trying to throw it to Burks from the right wing to the left block, and she missed her entirely out of bounds. Back to Crawford County. Turnovers were a little bit of an issue in the first quarter, but it's become an epidemic here in the second quarter. Timeout Crawford County, 4:02 to go second quarter, 16-14. Lady Pack in front of North Harrison. You're listening to North Harrison Lady Cats basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
Hello, I'm Dr. Travis Hare, Chancellor at Ivy Tech Community College in Sellersburg. Over 40% of today's workforce is learning new skills or advancing their careers to keep up with a changing job market. At Ivy Tech, we offer flexible 8-week sessions and over 70 programs tailored to Indiana's growing industries, helping you stay ahead. With 55% of students receiving financial aid, Ivy Tech makes education affordable and accessible. Don't wait. Visit ivytech.edu/Sellersburg and let's start crafting your perfect plan. Remember, you belong here.
Looking for great food at a great price? Come to Rita's Taco Shop on Edsel Lane in Corden. From loaded tacos and burritos to bowls and street favorites, Rita's has the flavor you crave and the value you love. Dine in or carry out. They're fast, fresh, and always delicious. Don't forget to pair your meal with the refreshing drinks and signature margaritas. With so many options, there's something for everyone. And gift cards make it easy to share the flavor. At Rita's, they're proud to support our local athletes on the court, the field, and in our community. Rita's Taco Shop in Corden, where community and flavor come together.
4:02 to go here in the second quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. It is Crawford County edging ahead of North Harrison 16-14 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Thank you for tuning in with us tonight here on 96.9 WKLO, streaming online, WKLO969.com, on your Alexa device or on YouTube, WKLO 96.9. Emery Stroud brings it across the half-court stripe out of the timeout, takes it into the lane, throws up the floater, it won't go. Rebound, Paisley Book able to grab it in front of her, and a lot of contact on that particular sequence there at the end, and the foul will be whistled here on Emery Stroud, I believe. That will be actually Lexi Wright is the one who's going to get tagged with the foul this time. That's going to be her second. That's 5 now on Crawford County here in the second quarter with 3:48 to go. Mentioned right around the 5:12 mark or 5:17 mark that Crawford had 4 at that point. That's the only thing that's really holding back Crawford County right now is their foul trouble. They've got the depth to absorb it a little bit. Book at the line, first free throw. Paisley not able to get that to go in. She'll have another shot momentarily. So far, North Harrison 4 out of 7 on free throws here on their home floor tonight.
Crawford's defense is causing lots of problems for Lady Cats. Lady Cats have 12 turnovers versus 5 for Crawford County.
Book missed the second free throw. Rebound was coming to Pollock, but Grace Goldman knocked it away from her out of bounds. The Lady Pack still have it, though. Stroud will bring it across midcourt, gives it to Sylvia Farrell, left side of the half-court circle. Farrell now has it at the spike line, throws it right side to Pollock on the wing extended. Into the corner to Lexi Wright, back up to Pollock now. Into the corner to Stroud. Stroud double team, cross-court pass to Stevenson left side. She'll take it down toward the lane, 12 feet away. Gets it to Stroud, corner 3 left side, front of the rim, no good. Farrell had the rebound, lost it, got it back, and then gives it back up to Pollock. Then to Stroud, straight away 3, rims in. After it rattled around a little bit, Emery Stroud makes her second 3 of the night. And the lead is up to 5 for Crawford County. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Lady Cats taking way too long to get it across the timeline. Goldman takes it right to the middle of the floor in the front court. Takes it left side now, drives it, throws up a shot, if you could call it that. She kind of tossed it up, hoping it would go in, and it goes out of bounds off of the Lady Cats. Nobody touched it after Grace tried to basically toss it at the rim and hope for the best. She had Paisley Book open if she had just looked for
what
her.
I was getting ready to say. I think she might have saw Book a little too late and just didn't get it where it needed to go. She tried to shoot it after the fact.
Well, Lady Pack have it. Farrell with it in the front court at the half-court circle. Lost her dribble now. 5 count is on. Farrell can't get rid of it. Finally does to Stevenson at half court. Then over to Wright on the left side of the floor to the wing to Pollock for a 3, and she got it to go in. Not a pretty shot, but Addison Pollock got it just enough over the rim. Her first basket, first Crawford County player besides Stroud to make a shot here in the first half. Burks double-teamed right side in the front court, and then gives it to Chapman, who tries to go to Book, but Stroud steps in for another steal. Stroud pulls up, 17-footer right side, can't get it to go. Rebound, Book underneath, double-teamed, and the jump ball is going to be called. The arrow will favor the Lady Cats. they got to realize when they get rebounds, Crawford County's going to contest them, and they got to get the ball to somebody quickly. As soon as they get that rebound, somebody's got to be there to pass.
They're bringing the ball down a lot of the time, and Crawford's just waiting for it to come down.
They got to get out of this trap. They're hanging on the sideline too much. Beach gets it from Goldman, actually, and then throws an errant pass. That's stolen. Stevenson lays it up, missed it right side with Burks defending. Goldman is able to get the rebound. They have got to get this offense going. Goldman drives baseline, forces up another prayer. Fortunately, she got bailed out because Sylvia Farrell was there getting in her way, and she'll be called for the personal this time. That's going to be 3 now on Sylvia Farrell, and that will be 2 shots coming for Grace Goldman, who's got 7 of her team's 14 so far. First free throw for Grace on the way. She rattles that in. 22-14, now 22-15 the score. Largest lead for Crawford County is 8 so far. Presley Emmons is in. Bree Beach is out of the lineup for the Lady Cats. 1:24 left here in the second quarter. Goldman can cut it to 6 and does. It rattles in for her. She's got 9. 22-16 with 1:20 left here in the second quarter. Crawford County bringing it ahead, and they will face pressure as soon as they get to half court. Stroud lobs it to Brent Engel, who checked in for Farrell during that break. Back to Stroud between the circles. Drives it left elbow. Kicks out to the corner. Stevenson, 3. Hit the right side of the rim and bounced in. Peyton Stevenson's 5th point. Her first field goal. The lead is 9 with 1 minute to go until halftime. Burks with it. Drives it ahead. Throws it to Emmons in the right corner. Book was also there. Into the lane to Chapman. I don't know what Carly's doing there. Threw it over Book. Emmons saves it. Crawford County has it now. It's Stroud with it into the front court. Has it between the circles. They're being too unselfish at times. And a timeout called by Coach Broughton with 40.9 seconds to go in the second quarter. 25-16. Crawford County taking control on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. You're listening to North Harrison Lady Cats basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
At Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County, they know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
40.9 seconds to go until halftime. Crawford County has stretched the lead out. It was 16-14 Lady Pack a couple minutes ago, but since then they've gone on a 9-2 run that has put them ahead by 9 over North Harrison. The Lady Pack will have the basketball coming out of their timeout. Addie Pollock is the inbounder, throws it to Emery Stroud below the timeline on the left. Stroud takes it across the half-court circle. Goldman is on her. Stroud gets around her, drives it into the paint. Layup, too strong. Book is able to grab the rebound, and Paisley is going to have to bring it up the floor a little bit, but she's going to need help. Burks gets it behind her. And Lillian drives into a double team right side. Goldman gets it off the deflection at the top of the arc. Grace drives around, kicks it to Burks up top. Burks gets to the right elbow, fires the jumper off the back of the rim. Stroud behind Book is able to get the rebound in front of the basket. Stroud up the right side with 7 seconds, down to 5. Takes it now between the circles. Throws a pass. Emmons steals it. Presley going to hold it before the end of the first half, and that will do it. The turnover to close out the first half, but Crawford County has been the better team, and they certainly finished the quarter stronger than the Lady Cats as the Lady Pack take a 9-point lead into halftime. We'll head into our halftime break here in just a moment. We'll have first half stats and analysis, and if we are able to do so, we'll take a look at other scores around the area tonight as well. North Harrison trailing Crawford County at halftime on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard, 25-16. You're listening to coverage of North Harrison Lady Cats basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
This is Emery Jones, Career Education Coordinator at Prosser in New Albany. Right now, we are looking for motivated students to join our precision machining, welding, plumbing, and landscaping programs. These are high-demand careers with great pay. You'll get hands-on training, real-world experience, and a jump start on your future. Visit prossercareers.com or call 812-542-8508 to learn more. Prosser, get skilled, get hired.
May not feel like there's any rhyme or reason that we're subbing.
Giving parental permission for children to drink might feel like a chance for safe supervision, but the reality is you're increasing the risk of future alcohol abuse and negative consequences. In addition to the potential for misuse down the road, we also know that alcohol use by teenagers has a damaging effect on brain development. If you really want the best for your child, ask yourself, what message are you sending? Paid for by Our Place Drug and Alcohol Education Services.
But I think we're getting there and we're going in the right direction.
Well, you've got 3 games so far, all on the road: South Central, Eastern Pekin, and Charlestown, and all good teams that you've faced to this point. So what have you seen from the team so far through that early part of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think just becoming aware of like the speed of the game and just understanding, we've talked a lot about being tough with basketball and valuing the basketball. And, that first game, I think, was just a big shock of what that looks like. And, we've gotten significantly better since then. Obviously, as you mentioned, 3 really good teams, South Central and Eastern and Charlestown last Saturday. Hanging with those teams and just believing that we can hang with those teams. And, we've had one quarter issues every game. And whether it's the first, second, or third, just kind of fixing those things and finishing games out and playing 4 quarters of really good basketball is kind of what we've been talking about. So,
well, and as far as your matchup tonight, of course, Crawford County coming in and one of the better players in the area with Emery Stroud leading them. So as you take a look at the Lady Pack coming into this matchup, what stands out to you about their team?
Yeah, I mean, I know they have a handful of seniors that played a lot of varsity basketball, and of course, Emery is a really good player. And Coach Broughton has done a really good job with his team, and they've played some games, and they're a really athletic team, and hopefully we can kind of contain her tonight, and I think if we can do that, we'll be all right.
Well, and Dakota, looking at them from the other night against Henryville, looks like, of course, they like to press, as Crawford County likes to do under Coach Broughton, but it looks like they'll mix up a lot of looks in the half court as well.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Coach Broughton does a good job with his teams and always kind of keeps you on your toes. Of course, coaching against him when I was recording with the girls, I think he's got 1 million sets under his belt that he likes to run. And like I said earlier with our team, just handling that pressure, being tough with the basketball and taking care of it, and I think we'll be all right.
Well, and as far as the girls go, you mentioned Rebecca Griffiths being out, of course, tonight. Everybody else available, ready to go for the Lady Cats?
Yeah, we're not sure if Adele Emmons is going to go tonight. Just kind of recovering from, I think, an injury that probably more so stemmed from volleyball season. She's a 3-sport athlete, but, just kind of getting her rested up for the second half of the season. Becca and Adele.
So with that, obviously home opener tonight, exciting night for Lady Cats basketball. Dakota, as always, thank you so much for taking the time for the talk. You and the Lady Cats have a good game here at home with Crawford County tonight.
All right, thanks, Dave. We appreciate having you.
All right, Dakota Brooks joining us here in our Davis Crushstone pregame show. Stay tuned. We've got the starting lineup coming up next as you're listening to North Harrison Lady Cats basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
Hi, this is John Bender. Cooler weather, it's on its way. The Department of Energy says a properly insulated home can save you up to 20% off your heating and cooling expense. So make sure your home is properly insulated this fall. The Owens Corning ProCat low-fill insulation system makes it quick and affordable to properly insulate your home. You can do it yourself, or we can recommend a contractor to help you. Learn how easy you can add insulation with the ProCat insulation system by visiting us at Bender Lumber, local people serving local needs for over 90 years.
Halftime here with the youth girls basketball players taking the floor here for the North Harrison Lady Cats program. And so far it has been Crawford County in control for the majority of this contest, especially late in the first half. Crawford County 25, North Harrison 16 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. As we welcome you to our halftime report along with our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton. I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play. So far, we've had a game with 3 ties and 3 lead changes. The ties came at 2, 9, and 14. Crawford County went on an 11-2 run to close out the first half. 3 lead changes as well. North Harrison led 2-0. Crawford County was able to take the lead out to 9-3 early on, and then Lady Cats were able to get ahead by a 12-11 margin in the second quarter, only for Crawford County to come back and get the lead there late in the first half. So 3 ties, 3 lead changes. The largest lead Crawford County currently has that at 9 here in the first half of play. And let's take a look at the scoring and shooting for both teams, starting with the Lady Pack. It has been the Emery Stroud show primarily here in the first half. She has 16 of her team's 25 points. Emery scored 7 in the first quarter, 9 in the second quarter. She's missed a ton of shots, but she has done the lion's share, or in this case, the Wolfpack share of the scoring to this point for Crawford County. She has all but 2 of the field goals so far in the first half for Crawford County. Addison Pollock is right behind her, along with Peyton Stevenson. Stevenson has 5 points, 2 free throws in the first quarter with a 3 in the second quarter. And Addie Pollock has 3. She buried a tray there in the second quarter for her only points of the half. And then Brent Engel, 1 free throw on 2 attempts in the second quarter. The sophomore has 1 point to finish out the scoring. Sylvia Farrell, Kaylee Lamar, Lexi Wright have all played, but none of them have scored for the Lady Pack so far. Crawford County, 2 of 16 shooting in the first quarter, 5 out of 15 in the second quarter. In total, 7 out of 31 for 23% in the first half. So it's been ugly offensively, but the Lady Pack are 4 out of 13 from behind the arc so far. Good for 31% in the first half. And they are 7 out of 8 on free throws as a team, 88%. Stroud is actually 4 out of 4 herself so far to lead the way in the first half. On the North Harrison side, Grace Goldman has 9 points, 5 in the first quarter. She had 4 points, all free throws in the second quarter, so Grace has 9 so far to lead North Harrison. Olivia Brown with 5. She got a basket in the first quarter, the first of the night actually, and then made a 3 there in the second quarter. I think we actually have 2 lead changes in the game. I think Crawford County scored first, if I remember right. So we actually have 2 lead changes and 3 ties. Brown has 5 points for North Harrison. Carly Chapman and Presley Emmons both making 1 out of 2 free throws in the first quarter. They each have 1 point for the Lady Cats. Lillian Burks, Paisley Book, and Bree Beach have all played but have not scored. North Harrison was 3 of 9 shooting in the first quarter, 1 out of 6 in the second quarter, 4 out of 15, 27% on the night so far. 2 out of 8 from behind the arc, 25%, and they are 6 out of 10 at the free throw line, 60% so far. We were tied at 9 at the end of the first quarter. It was 16-7, Crawford County in the second quarter, to bring us to the score of 25-16 at halftime. North Harrison is winning the rebounding 17-13 over the Lady Pack. And so far leading the way for Crawford County is Addison Pollock. She has 4 rebounds, 2 of the offensive and defensive variety. Emery Stroud also with 4 rebounds, 3 defensive, 1 offensive. And let's see, the rest of the rebounding for Crawford County, Lexi Wright has 3, 1 on the offensive end. Sylvia Farrell and Kaylee Lamar both with 1 offensive rebound in that first half. 13 total for Crawford County to this point, and 6 of those have been offensive rebounds. For North Harrison, 17 rebounds. Grace Goldman, actually not the leader. Carly Chapman is, with 5 total rebounds, 1 of which came on the offensive side. Grace Goldman has 4 rebounds, 1 offensive board so far for Grace. Olivia Brown and Paisley Book both have 3 rebounds. Olivia has 2 offensive rebounds. Book's 3 rebounds were all defensive boards. And then Lillian Burks and Presley Emmons both had an offensive rebound in the first half. 17 total rebounds. 4, 5, 6, 7 of those have been offensive boards for the Lady Cats. Turnovers have been a massive issue for the Lady Cats because of that Crawford County pressure. The Lady Cats are averaging 19 turnovers in the first 3 games. They already have 16 turnovers in the first half. Compare that to 6 for Crawford County. If you're minus 10 in turnover margin, your chances of winning go way down drastically. The Lady Wolfpack have 4 assists on 7 made shots so far. Farrell, Stroud, Stevenson, and Wright all have 1 assist so far. The Lady Cats have 3 assists on 4 made shots. Brown, Goldman, and Beach all have 1 assist so far in the first half. For North Harrison, they trail by 9, 25-16 at the break. And so we've got a lot going on there in this one. Let's see if we can find an update. By the way, if you want to go college basketball, Michigan State just beat the daylights out of Kentucky up in Madison Square Garden in New York City tonight, 83-66. Don't sleep on Tom Izzo's team this year. They're pretty doggone good. Jackson Kohler had 20 points to lead Michigan State. Jeremy Fears had 8 points and 6 rebounds, but he dished out 13 assists tonight for the Spartans. So if anybody thought Tom Izzo lost his fastball, think again. He's still there and still going after it. We're at the end of the third quarter down in Corydon. The Lady Panthers are leading Paoli 41-26. You can catch that game over on our sister station, Mix 95.3, online at WUME953.com. as well as on YouTube, WUME Mix 95.3. We'll take one more break, and we'll get you set for the third quarter after this. Crawford County leading North Harrison 25-16 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. You're listening to North Harrison Lady Cats basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
At First Harrison, the Banking Butler is more than just a banking app. It's who we are. It's a level of service we've delivered for more than 130 years. First Harrison is here to make it easy for local business owners with real estate loans, construction loans, SBA loans, lines of credit, treasury management, and merchant services. You will get competitive rates and fast local decisions. The Banking Butler, it's who we are. Keep it easy. Keep it local. First Harrison Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you looking for top quality Chris Stone in Harrison County? Look no further than Davis Chris Stone in DePaul. At Davis Chris Stone, they have been serving Southern Indiana for years, providing the highest quality Chris Stone for all your construction needs. Their locally sourced stone is perfect for driveways, roads, landscaping, and much more. Plus, the friendly staff can assist you with your order, ensuring you get exactly what you need. They'll even deliver it right to your doorstep, making your project hassle-free. Choose Davis Chris Stone for your next project. Give them a call at 812-347-2707.
Third quarter about to get started here at the Cougar Den in Ramsey. Youth basketball happening tonight here in the JV and varsity halftimes. By the way, we want to pass along the North Harrison JV girls got the win over Crawford County 43-35. The Lady Cats pulled away late to win that one here in the home opener tonight. So congratulations to Corey Love and his JV girls on that victory tonight here on the home court. We got boys basketball season starting next Tuesday right here on 96.9 WKLO. We'll let you know that we are headed to Lloyd Scott Gymnasium in Seymour 1 week from tonight. The Corydon Central Panthers, head coach Joseph Hinton, starting a new season as they will head to Lloyd Scott Gymnasium in Seymour to take on the host Seymour next Tuesday night. You'll be able to listen to that game right here on 96.9 WKLO, online, WKLO969.com, as well as on your Alexa and on YouTube at WKLO 96.9. Crawford County has the basketball to start the second half in the brown jerseys, burnt orange letters and numbers with the burnt orange and white trim. A runner for Peyton Stevenson, not going to go down from the left side to start the half. It rolled off the right side of the rim. And a tie-up underneath as Lexi Wright had the rebound for Crawford County, but she got tied up. Olivia Brown, I believe, was the one who did that, and Lady Cats have it off of that. Brown gives it to Lillian Burks in the backcourt. Burks will bring it up the floor, right side. Got to get it across the timeline, and she finally does. Lady Cats coming toward us here in the third quarter. Crawford County going away from us. Burks lost it. Now there's a scramble for it and a timeout from the North Harrison bench. Dakota Brooks saving his senior guard from a turnover. 7:26 to go, third quarter, 25-16. Lady Cats trailing Crawford County. You're listening to North Harrison Lady Cats basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
Looking to update your floors? Denny's Carpet in Corydon has been your local expert for over 35 years. From cozy carpets to durable hardwoods and stylish vinyl, they have it all and at prices you love. With top-notch customer service and affordable options, they make it easy to transform your space. Plus, enjoy special discounts on select flooring. Stop by or call 812-738-8466 off Highway 62 in Corydon. Denny's Carpet, because they know quality and affordability matter.
Pass along a couple other final scores tonight. Jasper handles Evansville Bossy 59-21 in girls basketball. South Knox blew away Northeast DuBois 53-15. And Wood Memorial takes down Tecumseh 47-29, the final in that one. Just some of the scores that have come in around the area. Also, Lagodi defeated Mitchell 56-18 tonight. Out of the timeout, it's Burks with it on the right side, goes left side with it to Brown. Olivia drives in, throws one up off the glass, won't go. Carly Chapman had the offensive rebound. Might have been a tie-up, but there was a little bit of contact there, and the foul will be called on the Lady Pack. This one will be on Lexi Wright, the 5'7" junior forward. That'll be her third, and that'll be the team's first of the third quarter. Inbound from Burks, bounces it to Brown. Unfortunately, when she bounced it, it hit the end line, and an unforced error there for North Harrison as the Lady Cats yet again turn it over to Crawford County the 17th time tonight.
Yeah, that's really killing them right now. It's been that way all the way through the game. They just can't hang on to the ball.
Starts off as a snowball, then it becomes an avalanche sometimes, but Burks gets a steal on the other end from Brent Engel, who checked in during the break for the Lady Pack, joining the lineup that includes Stevenson, Pollock, Wright, and Stroud out there on the floor. Here's Brown, right wing three, missed it off the back of the rim. Rebound Stroud underneath. Olivia Brown has struggled to shoot the ball early in the season, came in 6 of 29. Stroud driving right side, might have gotten hit, but a blocked shot as she went up for the layup. Rebound comes down to Burks, who gets it out to Goldman. Grace brings it up the right side into the front court. Pitches it out to Brown straight away. Olivia pulls up, 15-footer right side, just next to the elbow. Can't get it to go. Chapman goes back up. Her shot blocked, and then Book with the offensive rebound put back on the right side. And that will give North Harrison a little bit of a lift there. First points of the half, 25-18, coming down to 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Pollock straight away to right. Down to the wing, it goes to Engel. To Pollock on the left block, gets it to Stevenson, drives it right side of the lane, out to right, inside the arc, right short corner. She'll line up the jumper and knock it in. Not really Lexi Wright's specialty, but she scores her first 2 points. Stevenson will get credit for the assist. Burks up ahead into the front court to Brown on the left wing. Back to Lillian on the right side. Lillian will take it toward the baseline. Cut off. Lexi Wright doing a good job playing help side there. Burks tries to get rid of it, does so, but Stroud is able to step in front of Chapman right side of the lane. That should have been a double dribble. Big time. Stroud technically picked it back up, tried to put it back on the ground again. And with that, it'll be a turnover now to the Lady Cats this time. 5:23 to go third quarter, 27-18 in favor of Crawford County. The inbound coming from Lillian Burks, throws it to Goldman, left to the top of the key. Grace might have had it poked away from behind. Nope. Goldman lost it, although, Dakota Brooks didn't like the call.
It looked like she got it poked away from behind, but
I thought she did. If it's deflected and the defensive player touches it, it shouldn't be an over and back.
Oh.
And now the officials are talking about it. Well, they're not going to change the call. That was wishful thinking, I suppose. By the way, it's jersey night here at North Harrison. I've seen some retro Lady Cats. I've seen Callie Nolot's jersey, her number 25 from when she played here. It's actually hanging on a crutch right now. I don't know who's on crutches, but might be Elio Hernandez, actually, who's down there. Here's an open three in the corner, right side. Spins out for Sylvia Farrell, but a foul on the rebound underneath will go on North Harrison, and I think this is going to be on Bree Beach, who was trying to get the board with 5:06 to go. That foul on Bree, the junior guard, will be her first, team's first of the quarter. Presley Emmons is in for Carly Chapman for North Harrison, out there with Lillian Burks, Grace Goldman, as well as Bree Beach and Olivia Brown. Farrell, the inbounder, throws a pass, deflected away, and run down on the front court. Presley Emmons gets it. Crawford County players there with her, gets it out to Beach. Now down to the right wing, it goes to Burks. Back out to the wing, extended to Beach again. Lost her one dribble, goes to Burks. Tries to throw it down to Brown, but it goes past her. Lexi Wright deflects it out of bounds right baseline, so the Lady Cats will inbound it. 4:51 to go here in the third. Still a 9-point lead for Crawford County. Brown on the inbound, 18-footer right side, rims out. Burks gets the offensive rebound and then throws it over. Grace Goldman behind her out there beyond the perimeter. So the turnover again back over to Crawford County. That another unforced error.
Those are just rampant tonight. They have got to do a better job of getting that under control in the future. It's just not. It's not going to work.
With a team that presses like Crawford County, you kind of start to see ghosts after a while, too.
Yeah.
It's almost like there's a sixth or a seventh defender out there. Also, among the other retro jerseys, Jake Harley's number 22 from back when we started broadcasting North Harrison games among those. Farrell throws a pass from the left wing to the right side. It's intercepted. Presley Emmons steals that. Lady Pack starting to have a problem with turnovers as Beach gets it out near the volleyball line, and Farrell is going to be called for the reach-in foul here.
That was a frustration foul there.
That's going to be the fourth on Sylvia Farrell, and that will be the team's second of the quarter. 27-18, 4:23 to go, third quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Lucy Flickner is in for the first time for North Harrison, 5'4" sophomore, 2 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist on the season. Here's a drive. Burks right side. Can't get that to go in. And Lexi Wright got the rebound, and there was a reach-in that occurred. And we just mentioned Lucy Flickner in there. Well, she's the one who committed the foul, actually. That's going to be the first on Lucy, and that'll be the team's second.
She had a good JV game tonight. She played real well offensively.
Especially there at the end.
Yes.
And
she kind of took control of the game.
Between her and Maddie Blair, the sophomore, they kind of took over. Blair was just firing up threes, and she banked one in straight away. I don't know how in the world she made it. It became a three-point shooting contest the last 2 minutes. Bad pass. Stevenson gets down to the right baseline, tried to get it out to the perimeter to Brent Engel, but she overthrew Engel into the Crawford County bench. Brown controls it for North Harrison across the timeline to Emmons, tried to throw it ahead to Beach. And that is out of bounds off of the Lady Cats. There wasn't any controversy there at all.
No, not at all.
Contrary to Dawson Sen's objections down there in the cheer block. Yeah, I see him down there. Mom is sitting on the bench across the way, by the way. Tara, his mom, is one of the assistants on the staff. And there's a carry on Stroud. She takes it down to the baseline. This just turned into a flat-out ugly game here in the third quarter for both teams. It's not just North Harrison. Now Crawford County starting to lose control of the basketball. Flickner is out, and back in is Paisley Book, actually. Brown brings it across the timeline to Goldman in the left corner. Grace drives it down toward the lane, gives it back out to Brown, drives, gets the shot up, but Stroud blocks it at the very end. Wright comes down with the board, and back the other way comes Crawford. Here's Stroud. Winging it down to the block to Stevenson, left side, goes up, gets the shot around the rim. Somehow it fell in. Paisley Book got a small piece of it, and somehow Stevenson got it up high enough where it stayed up and fell through. And then a foul as Goldman brings it across midcourt for the Lady Cats. This one will be on Crawford County again. And this one will be on Brent Engel, I believe. That'll be her first and the team's third of the quarter. Inbound to Burks, left wing, right side to Brown. Now, can't throw a one-handed pass into traffic. It doesn't work unless you're Larry Bird or Michael Jordan. Here is Stroud driving right side of the paint, throws it to Engel. She flat out couldn't catch it. Ball was a little hot. She had it for a second, lost it into that corner out of bounds. It'll go back over to the Lady Cats. The score in the quarter, by the way, is 4-2 Crawford County. It's 29-18 with 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
For the most part, the rest of them have been all turnovers back and forth both ways.
It has just been an ugly display. Brown, another one coming. She got it down to the short corner, tried to throw it to Book. She didn't have the angle. She needed to wrap that pass around to get it there, but she couldn't do it. And another giveaway. It's not necessarily Crawford County's pressure in the third quarter. The Lady Cats are, I think, seeing ghosts out there a lot of times.
I think they've lost focus of things. They're trying too hard to get the ball to go to the rim and score, and it's just not working.
Pollock handles it, almost had it taken away on the left side of the floor, has it on the right side now, goes to Sylvia Wright next to the volleyball spike line. Wright bounces to Pollock, right perimeter, over to Stevenson, left side. Peyton Stevenson drives, throws up a prayer at the rim, wouldn't go. Beach got the rebound and got nudged there on the rebound to the floor. Foul will be whistled on the Lady Wolfpack. This one will be, I think, on Sylvia Wright. Actually, Lexi Wright. I don't know why I'm trying to put her and Sylvia Farrell into the same person. That's 4 now on Lexi Wright, who Andy Howell of the Wolfpack Network calls Big Red. She's only 5'7", though, but she's a strong kid down there at the forward position. kind of plays the 4 spot for Crawford County. The inbound coming from Beach. Throws it to Goldman, who has to come in the backcourt to get it. To Brown, throws it ahead to Book, left side of the lane. Paisley into a double team. She jumped, threw it right to Addie Pollock above the free throw line. Then driving ahead, Stroud throws a pass. Goldman deflects it right wing. Brown comes down with it. 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the third quarter to Goldman. Long three straight away, front of the rim short. Burks had the rebound for a moment, had it knocked away, and Stroud comes away with it. Stroud drives it all the way to the basket. Goldman makes sure she's not going to make the layup and commits the foul, sending Emery Stroud to the line for 2 shots. That'll be the second foul on Grace Goldman, third of the quarter here on North Harrison with 1:56 to go. All the points Crawford County has scored. Peyton Stevenson has 2. Lexi Wright has 2. And Peyton Stevenson actually got the last basket, that one that she got up on the cylinder that fell in. Stroud's first free throw, halfway down, rattles out, no good. She'll have another shot coming here momentarily. Presley Emmons checks in, replacing Olivia Brown for the Lady Cats. So it'll be Emmons, Book, Goldman, Beach, and Burks on the floor for the Lady Cats. Stroud at the line for her second free throw. It's on the way, and she gets that to go for her 17th point of the night. And a timeout called with 1:56 to go, third quarter from North Harrison. 30-18, Crawford County in front of the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. You're listening to North Harrison Lady Cats basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
Hello, I'm Dr. Travis Hare, Chancellor at Ivy Tech Community College in Sellersburg. Over 40% of today's workforce is learning new skills or advancing their careers to keep up with a changing job market. At Ivy Tech, we offer flexible 8-week sessions and over 70 programs tailored to Indiana's growing industries, helping you stay ahead. With 55% of students receiving financial aid, Ivy Tech makes education affordable and accessible. Don't wait. Visit ivytech.edu/Sellersburg and let's start crafting your perfect plan. Remember, you belong here.
Looking for great food at a great price? Come to Rita's Taco Shop on Edsel Lane in Corden. From loaded tacos and burritos to bowls and street favorites, Rita's has the flavor you crave and the value you love. Dine in or carry out. They're fast, fresh, and always delicious. Don't forget to pair your meal with the refreshing drinks and signature margaritas. With so many options, there's something for everyone. And gift cards make it easy to share the flavor. At Rita's, they're proud to support our local athletes on the court, the field, and in our community. Rita's Taco Shop in Corden, where community and flavor come together.
Real country, pure country. 96.9 WKLO, Hardinsburg, Corydon, Paoli.
1:56 to go in what has been a challenging third quarter for both teams. Crawford County has their largest lead at 12. 30-18 is the score here on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. The score in the quarter is Crawford County 5, North Harrison 2. Paisley Book has the only basket for the Lady Cats here in the third quarter as they face the 2-2-1 full court press of the Lady Wolfpack. Goldman has to come get the inbound pass in the middle of the floor. Grace one-on-one, Peyton Stevenson, as she brings it across the timeline to the right side. Michaela Drennan in there now for Crawford County, 5'5" senior guard. She joins Stevenson, Pollock, Lamar, and Stroud on the floor. Book has it Burks has it. Got it from Bree Beach in the left corner. Now Burks dribbles all the way around to the right block, puts up a shot, missed it off the back of the rim. Stroud with the rebound, runs it ahead, into traffic, coast to coast, layup left side off the side rim. Emmons comes down with the rebound for North Harrison. Up ahead to Burks. Burks throws it to Book, open left side. Layup is there for Paisley Book. The 5'10" junior with her fourth point. She's got all the points in the quarter. The lead is down to 10, 30-20 as we come down to the final minute of the third quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Stevenson has it in the front court, driving right, out to Pollock between the circles. Left corner to Drennan. Mid-post to Stroud. Turns on Goldman into a double team. And a foul is going to be whistled. It might be on Goldman here for North Harrison. She was double-teamed. Goldman behind, Burks in front. No, they're going to call this on Lillian Burks. Going to be the third on Burks, and that will be the team's fourth of the quarter on the Lady Cats. Crawford County has 4 fouls. They said Stroud was in the act of shooting. Big question mark on that, but she does make the first free throw. She's got 18 points, 2 in the quarter. Book will check out. Paisley will get a break. Carly Chapman in there for the Lady Cats, the 6-foot senior. Second free throw for Stroud. She rims that one in. She's got 19 on the night, 32-20 with 55.3 seconds to go in the quarter. Lexi Wright is in, and Kaylee Lamar back out of the lineup. Lamar had 3 fouls in the first half. Farrell's got 4, Wright has 4, and Lamar has 3 for the Lady Pack. Inbound to Goldman. She's into a double team. Brent Engel and also Addie Pollock on there. Pollock just falls over as Chapman gets it in the lane, gets up the 8-foot shot and rattles it in. Her first field goal and her third point of the night. Lead is down to 10 again at 32-22. Final 30 seconds of the third quarter. Stroud has it front court right side. Gives it up to Addie Pollock on the left wing. Into the corner, Stevenson. Peyton Stevenson down to Stroud. Turns, gets up the shot. She was in the act of shooting that time and was fouled. So 2 more free throw attempts coming up for Emery Stroud here for the Lady Pack. And this foul will be whistled on Presley Emmons of North Harrison. That'll be the second on Presley, the 5'4" junior, and that's now 5 on the Lady Cats in the quarter with 22.6 seconds to go. So it's double bonus for the remainder of the quarter for Crawford County.
Stroud is just so steady. She just keeps going, and her focus is right there all the time. She's always playing to win, and she's an outstanding player.
Got that first free throw, that her 20th point of the night, and she has thrown a lot of shots at the basket tonight. Yeah. She's not really shot the ball well at all, but she just keeps coming right at the Lady Cats, and they haven't been able to stop her.
She doesn't quit. She just keeps going. You miss a shot, you think, well, maybe I shouldn't shoot, but she goes back to it, and she's productive doing that tonight.
Second free throw spun around the rim, and as Grace Goldman got it off the inbound, she was trying to bring it up the floor, and Brent Engel committed a bad foul in the backcourt. That is going to be 2 now on Brent Engel. That's now 5 on the Lady Pack here in the third, 16.9 seconds to go. So that's 4 players who have 3 or 4 fouls now for Crawford County. Grace Goldman at the line for 2 shots, has yet to score here in the quarter. First free throw up and in. Grace is now 5 out of 5 tonight. She's got 10 points. 34-23. Goldman, the first Lady Cat, into double figures as far as scoring goes. Second free throw is up, and she knocks that in as well. Grace came in 12 of 15 on the season. She's made all 6 tonight. The lead is down to 10. Stroud to Engel in the front court right side. Back to Stroud between the circles. Short corner to Lexi Wright. Right side, back out to Stroud. Long 3, missed it off the side of the backboard. Engel had the rebound, but a holding foul is going to be called, I think, on Presley Emmons, or actually Carly Chapman. It'll be double bonus for Brent Engel. I don't know what Stroud was doing with that shot either. That was not a very good shot for her. Foul was on Chapman. Carly will pick up her first, and it'll send Brent Engel to the line for 2 shots. First one on the way, 1 of 2 last time. Missed that one off the back of the rim. She airballed her first free throw and then swished the second one. She misses the first one here off the back of the rim. Wright is now out, and back in is Michaela Drennan. Second free throw for Engel. She gets that one to go down. She's 1 out of 2, both trips. 35-24, inbound to Goldman. 1 second, gets it away just before the buzzer. Misses it off the right side or left side backboard to close out the third quarter. At the end of 3 on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard, Crawford County leading North Harrison 35-24. You're listening to North Harrison Lady Cats basketball here on 96.9 WKLO.
And Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County. They know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
Looking for great food at a great price? Come to Rita's Taco Shop on Edsel Lane in Corden. From loaded tacos and burritos to bowls and street favorites, Rita's has the flavor you crave and the value you love. Dine in or carry out. They're fast, fresh, and always delicious. Don't forget to pair your meal with the refreshing drinks and signature margaritas. With so many options, there's something for everyone. And gift cards make it easy to share the flavor. At Rita's, they're proud to support our local athletes on the court, the field, and in our community. Rita's Taco Shop in Corden, where community and flavor come together.
Fourth quarter getting started here inside the Cougar Den on the campus of North Harrison High School on this Tuesday night, and what has been an ugly weather day outside. The conditions inside have been pretty good, but this has been a mad scramble as North Harrison trails Crawford County 35-24 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Here from the Cougar Den in Ramsey tonight, along with our statistician and analyst Greg Deaton. I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play. As Lillian Burks gets a pass to Carly Chapman, right back out to Burks. She got the ball knocked away, and before she could get it to Presley Emmons on the left side, she ends up getting the timeout. So Coach Brooks calls the timeout with 7:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. Take a quick one with them. 35-24, Crawford County leading. You're listening to North Harrison Lady Cats basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County. They know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
North Harrison calling the timeout there. Coach Brooks getting the full timeout with 7:45 to go here in the fourth quarter of play. By my count, he has 2 timeouts left. And I think Coach Broughton on the Crawford County side has 3 timeouts left, somewhere in there. Neither team shooting well at all tonight. North Harrison 7 of 27 at the end of 3 quarters. Crawford County 9 out of 39. So shooting has just not been there for either team here in this early season contest. We'll see what happens here in the fourth quarter as Burks inbounds at left baseline out to Bree Beach on the left wing. Beach takes it top of the arc, then gives it up to Burks on the right side. Lillian takes it right at the top of the key. Throws the long pass to Beach. Ball got knocked loose. Stroud got a piece of it, knocked it off of Beach out of bounds, and it will go back once again over to Crawford County on the turnover. The story of the night for this North Harrison team.
I think that's 22 turnovers North Harrison has.
It's just been a rough night with this pressure that Crawford County has brought. Here is a drive, missed layup for Peyton Stevenson. Offensive rebound putback is not there for Brent Engel, but she almost got the steal on Olivia Brown's rebound. We'll see what the call is going to be here. I think this is going to be on North Harrison. I think it's going to be on Brown. It's going to be 4 on Olivia. That'll be the first on the Lady Cats here in the fourth quarter. So Brown gets the turnover and the foul to go with it, as Kaylee Lamar inbounds it from the H of North on the left baseline out to the right wing to Stevenson. Drives into the lane, throws up a shot, back rim too strong. Chapman gets the rebound. And back the other way with it is Brown for North Harrison. Olivia's got 4 fouls, has it right side, gives it up to the wing now to Burks. Burks driving toward the baseline and turns around, bounces it out to the right wing extended to Grace Goldman. Grace has got to get it out of there. Does, into the double team, takes it down to the baseline. Engel knocks it away from her from behind along the right baseline out of bounds. It will be North Harrison basketball. 35-24, 6:50 to go here in the fourth quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Sylvia Farrell checks in with 4 fouls, replacing Brent Engel for Crawford County.
Crawford's done a heck of a job of keeping Goldman away from the basket tonight, and they've really frustrated Grace.
And Grace almost fell over there, almost traveled with it as Farrell came out to guard her, drives it left side, kicks it out to Burks in the short corner. Lillian takes it out to the arc, now between the circles, bounces to Goldman left side. Grace double teamed between Pollock there, gets it out, 15-footer right side, can't get that to go. Ball takes a funny bounce, and Stroud gets the rebound behind. Carly Chapman in the lane. Driving the other way, Stroud, once again, just tossing it up there, but drawing more contact, and 2 more shots at the free throw line coming up for the 6'1 senior forward for Crawford County. She draws the 4th foul on Lillian Burks, and that'll be the team's second of the quarter. Burks and Brown both have 4 fouls now for North Harrison. Stroud's first free throw on the way, buries that. She's got 22 hard-earned, inefficient points tonight. But it doesn't really matter necessarily that it's inefficient. The point is she's got 22 points. She's almost got as many points as North Harrison's team right now. Second free throw is up and good. 23 for Stroud. 24 total for North Harrison. They're down 13 at 37-24. Burks throwing it right to Beach at the half-court line on the left. Fortunately, she got bailed out because Peyton Stevenson was face guarding her and bumped into her when she caught it. The foul on Stevenson's going to be her second of the night, team's first of the quarter on Crawford County. Burks inbounds it to Chapman, left corner. Back out to the perimeter wing now, and it is Burks with it. Lillian tried to throw it to Brown. Kaylee Lamar stepped in and stole it. Throws it ahead to Farrell. She gets it knocked away from behind. Burks comes away with it. Drives it up the right side of the floor. Burks takes it to the baseline, out to the corner to Beach. Pulls up for the 15-footer. Short off the side of the rim. Rebound fought for underneath. Engel picks it up. And Brown tried to tie her up, but Coach Broughton called timeout just before the jump ball with 5:50 to go in the fourth quarter. 37-24, Crawford County leading North Harrison. You're listening to North Harrison Lady Cats basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
Looking for great food at a great price? Come to Rita's Taco Shop on Edsel Lane in Corden. From loaded tacos and burritos to bowls and street favorites, Rita's has the flavor you crave and the value you love. Dine in or carry out. They're fast, fresh, and always delicious. Don't forget to pair your meal with the refreshing drinks and signature margaritas. With so many options, there's something for everyone. And gift cards make it easy to share the flavor. At Rita's, they're proud to support our local athletes on the court, the field, and in our community. Rita's Taco Shop in Corden, where community and flavor come together.
Well, the rain fortunately has moved out of the area, but you would think it had rained in some capacity in here earlier with the way the ball has been bouncing around and floating around here in this second half all the way around. Crawford County leading what has been a war of attrition on the turnovers, 37-24 with 5:50 to go in the fourth quarter on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Along with our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton, I'm David Deaton with the play-by-play. Peyton Stevenson out of the Crawford County timeout has it up the floor now. Stevenson throws it to the perimeter to Lamar just inside the arc. Back out to the volleyball line to Stroud into the double team. And between Beach and Goldman, one of them is going to get a foul. This one will be on Grace Goldman. That'll be the third on Grace of the night, and that'll be the team's third of the quarter on North Harrison. Lady Cats not been able to get a lot of shots off here in this quarter. Beach actually had that last shot attempt. That was her first of the night. They're 7-29 shooting here so far. Stevenson drives it inside the arc, kicks it out now to Stroud, top of the key. Stroud shovels it to Lamar, left wing, down to the corner to Brent Engel. Back out to Stroud now on the perimeter. Stroud with Goldman on her. Interesting matchup between the two best players on their respective teams. Stroud drives it, gives it up to Lamar, throws one up, it rolls in. Kaylee Lamar, saddled with foul trouble in the first half, scores her first two of the night. The lead is 15, the biggest it's been for Crawford County as we get down to 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, 39-24. Burks throws it to Chapman. She can't catch it. It goes out of bounds into the bench of North Harrison. Crawford County yet again with the turn of possession. 4:57 to go. The only other thing that's helping North Harrison, that was just not a good foul. Beach gets it to Stevenson on that one. That was not necessary. That'll be the second on Bree, team's fourth of the quarter. The only other thing helping North Harrison is that Maddie Sturgeon finally graduated from Crawford County after last season. Otherwise, this might be a lot worse tonight.
It could have been a rout, a lot stronger rout than this.
Goldman knocks it away from Peyton Stevenson, has it into the front court, tries to wrap around a pass for Beach. Stroud saves it, gets it to Stevenson, who brings it up the right side of the floor, takes it now toward the rim. Right block, goes up, can't get the shot to go. Rebound fought for. Farrell has it for the Lady Wolfpack. And as she takes it out to the right corner, she draws another foul on North Harrison with 4.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. And that's going to be Bree Beach with the foul. That's 3 on Bree now, the 5'4 junior, and that'll put Crawford County to the line for the double bonus for the remainder of this contest with 4.5 minutes left. And going to the line for Crawford County will be Sylvia Farrell, who has not been to the stripe tonight. Crawford County as a team so far is 15 out of 18 on free throws. Emery Stroud, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 11 out of 12 herself. Farrell knocks in the first free throw, makes it a 40-24 Crawford County lead with one shot coming up. Crawford County coming in had allowed 38.7 points per game. Had been averaging 45. They're without Abby Adams, who is not here tonight for this 1 second free throw. Farrell buries that. She's got her first 2 of the night. 41-24, 4:26 clock rolling here in the fourth quarter. Goldman up the floor to Beach. Right wing, back to Goldman, top of the key. Grace drives it to the free throw line, out to the corner for Olivia Brown, and she hits a 3. Olivia Brown with her second tray and her 8th point of the contest. 41-27. First time the Lady Cats have scored in the quarter, by the way. Down to 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Stevenson controls it on the right side, lost her dribble. Gives it up to Pollock in the right corner, down low to Stroud. Up and in with it on the right side, her 25th point of the night. Emery Stroud makes it 43-27 Crawford County, down to 3:47 here in the fourth quarter. Burks up ahead to Chapman, left wing to Brown, who tried to get it from the left corner to the block to Burks. Stroud has it, takes it up the floor, inside the arc at the top. Brings it back out between the circles. Now Beach is all over her, and Bree's going to be called for the hand check. She tried to do too much, and that's going to be the 4th foul now on the junior, Bree Beach. That'll send Stroud to the line. She's 11 out of 12 tonight at the stripe. The rest of her team is now 6 out of 8 at the free throw line around her. Stroud with 25 points, 26. That first one hits the front rim, back rim, and rolls in. So,
thing about Stroud is every time we have seen that young lady play, she has played consistently, just like she has tonight. She's got great focus, and she's a great player. I've said that before, but she really is talented.
Probably, if not the best, definitely one of the 3 best players in the Patoka Lake Athletic Conference. Definitely one of the front runners for Player of the Year. Chapman gets it from Brown on the left wing, goes to Burks in the corner. Burks has to get it out of there. This Crawford County man-to-man that turns into a trap has really been cumbersome tonight. Burks gets it to Beach, right wing, down to the corner now to Brown. She gets hemmed in. You cannot throw the passes into the corner. The ball gets deflected out of bounds. North Harrison will keep it. If it goes to the corner, it's got to get right back out of there.
It's going to get trapped instantly if you don't.
Inbound coming from the corner, and it is Burks doing that. Gets it out to Goldman, right wing 3. It rims around, falls out. Kaylee Lamar on the right side of the basket, able to garner the rebound for Crawford County. To Addie Pollock. Brings it into the front court. Beach is going to foul out if she doesn't watch it. Fortunately, Pollock called timeout with 2:51 to go in the fourth. Bree was that close to fouling out. Timeout, Crawford County, 45-27. Lady Pack in front of North Harrison. You're listening to North Harrison Lady Cats basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
At Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County, they know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
Looking for great food at a great price? Come to Rita's Taco Shop on Edsel Lane in Corden. From loaded tacos and burritos to bowls and street favorites, Rita's has the flavor you crave and the value you love. Dine in or carry out. They're fast, fresh, and always delicious. Don't forget to pair your meal with the refreshing drinks and signature margaritas. With so many options, there's something for everyone. And gift cards make it easy to share the flavor. At Rita's, they're proud to support our local athletes on the court, the field, and in our community. Rita's Taco Shop in Corden, where community and flavor come together.
2 minutes and 51 seconds left here in the fourth quarter here at the Cougar Den in Ramsey on the campus of North Harrison High School. Some of the fans heading for the exits on this Tuesday night. Crawford County with an 18-point lead on North Harrison, 45-27 on the first Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard, and what has been a very difficult night for both offenses, especially North Harrison's, though. Inbound to Peyton Stevenson along the left sideline. Gets it to Sylvia Farrell, middle of the floor, to Stroud on the right side. Stroud between defenders, gets in. Layup off the glass, good with the underhand move. Emery Stroud has 8 in the quarter, 29 on the night. She has outscored North Harrison by herself. With 2.5 minutes to go, the lead is now 20. Burks has it left side. Can't handle the pressure, gives it to Goldman between the circles. Grace takes it left, turns around back to the right side, and then goes back left again. Step back 3 on the way. That one rimmed out. Rebound fought for. Stroud comes away with it. Beach trying to get her up ahead, and Stroud going to be called for the carry as she was just a little out of hand coming up the floor. And with that, 2:13 to go in the fourth quarter, and the Lady Pack in full control. Interestingly enough, they lost to Heritage Hills at home to start the season. This is their 3rd straight road game, and they're on the cusp of going 3-0 to start the season away from home. Pretty remarkable for this Crawford County team. Burks gets it out to the right corner, got tripped up, and she's up a little slow. Olivia Brown, though, gets the 3 to go in from the right corner. 11 on the night for Olivia. The lead is down to 17 at 47:30. 1:48 clock rolling here in the fourth quarter. We'll be back with the Lady Cats again in 2 weeks. By the way, when they host Jasper here at home, Stevenson got it knocked away, got it back after it hit the official in the foot. And then it goes to Lamar on the left side. She'll take it toward the rim. She'll stop, kick it back out to Pollock on the right wing. Skip pass across the way to Stevenson. 15-footer. Missed it off the right side of the glass from the left side. Stroud comes out of there with the offensive board out to the corner, then gets it back up, and Burks is down. She got hit in the face this time, I believe. Stevenson has it on the left wing. She stopped, and Burks I think she got clipped in the face a little bit there. She was already dealing with an ankle injury as it was. She is definitely
got hit in the nose.
Can't
hardly see where she's going.
Well, she got tripped, and then she got hit in the face. So the offensive and defensive trips unkind to the senior who missed a lot of last season with concussion-like symptoms. She hit her head in practice early in the season and never really came back after that. Crawford County now has Sylvia Farrell in there along with Peyton Stevenson, who has it off the inbound. Trap gets it out of there to the middle of the floor to Brent Engel, and as Beach tries to knock it away and steal it, she just fouled out of the game for the night. Bree Beach done for the night. She will foul out with no points. And that'll send the Lady Pack to the line. The Lady Cats are over the limit with 1:11 to go. Paisley Book is in for Bree Beach. Joining the lineup with Presley Emmons, Grace Goldman, Olivia Brown, and Carly Chapman for the Lady Pack. Brent Engel back at the line. She missed the first one the first 2 times. Let's see what she does here. The lefty puts it up. Got it this time. 3 points, all of them at the free throw line. She's 3 out of 5 on her free throws tonight. Lamar will check out. And checking in for Crawford County now is J.C. Marples. She is a 5'5" sophomore guard. She'll replace Peyton Stevenson. And then Michaela Drennan also in there, 5'5" senior. Engel, second free throw. Eyes it, puts it up in the air, and knocks it in. Getting more confident after that air ball on that first free throw attempt. 49-30. I've not seen a kid do that very often. Air ball and then make 4 of their next 5.
She recovered well.
Chapman trying to find Brown. Got the ball knocked loose and stolen. Drennan up ahead to J.C. Marples, and a little too exuberant on the defense there from Paisley Book as J.C. Marples will step to the free throw line with 56 seconds left. That foul on Paisley will be her first. Everybody who's played for North Harrison tonight, it's just kind of an obscure fact, but everybody who's played has committed a foul tonight. Unfortunately, with 56 seconds to go, Crawford County looking to clear the bench for the night. First free throw from Marples is up. She gets that one to go in. J.C. Marples, her first varsity point, I would presume, this season. 50-30 the score with 56 seconds to go. Checking out Brent Engel, in for her is Macy Norman, a 5'8" freshman at forward for Crawford County. Second free throw is up and good for Marples, so she has 2 points. Lady Pack have been good at the line. They haven't missed here in the fourth quarter. Matter of fact, they're 10 out of 10. 23 of 26 on the night.
Wow.
Goldman driving right, Golly, threw it up there. It took 3 spins around the rim, a little Plinko-style shot there, and Grace gets that to go in with the foul. So scores her 13th point and gets to the line, making it 51-32, and that's it for Lexi Wright. She just fouled out. It's only the second foul of the quarter on Crawford County. So Wright comes out. In for her is Ella Howell, 5'6", and a freshman, joining the lineup with Macy Norman, also Kaylee Lamar back out there, J.C. Marples, the 5'5" sophomore, and then Michaela Drennan, the 5'5" senior. Drennan also out there as Dakota Brooks looks to clear his bench. Goldman makes the free throw, scores her 14th point of the night. She came in averaging 24 points. Not going to get anywhere near that tonight, unfortunately. So Grace will now be relegated to averaging, 21.5 points now is what her average will go down to after this one.
Crawford has really done a good job of defending her, though. They've just shut her out as much as they possibly could tonight.
Well, as Michaela Drennan was trying to bring it up the floor, Presley Emmons was pushing her until the foul. That'll be the third on Presley as far as fouls go. 2 shots coming up here for Drennan, who has not scored tonight. Crawford County, even though they haven't shot well, their free throws have been exquisite tonight. First free throw on the way, missed that one off the back of the rim. Well, Don Fisher probably called that the radio kiss on that one. Shooting like the Indiana men, incidentally, early in the season from the free throw line. Second free throw, Drennan misses that one off the back of the rim. And the rebound to Carly Chapman, left baseline. Gives it to Brown. Brings it up the left side for the Lady Cats. Trying to throw it to Book. Every time they try to throw that go-ahead pass, it is defended in some form. They've had trouble with that all night. So Brown will inbound it right in front of Ava Wetzel. Got to get used to saying that last name with her now that her and Sawyer got married over the summer. Brown, corner 3, got that to go. Carly Chapman found her on the give and go. Chapman got it in the short corner. Brown got it in the left corner. Fired that in to cut the lead to 15. But Crawford County's going to win this. Drennan gives it up to Howell on the right wing. That was not necessary. Another foul will be on the Lady Cats. Presley Emmons will commit her 4th. Also, by the way, Olivia Brock is in there for the Lady Cats. 5'9" sophomore. Her second appearance at the varsity level. No points yet on the season for Olivia. We're about to see Carla Rosario check in for the first time. First free throw is short off the front of the rim for Ella Howell. She'll have one more shot coming. Brown will check out. That'll be it for her tonight. Olivia will check out with 14 points, believe it or not. She's made 3 threes here in this fourth quarter. Second free throw, that one rims out, and because Howell went across the line, that second free throw will be negated. So that'll 11 seconds to go. Emmons will get the inbound from Olivia Brock. She had a good JV game too, by the way. JV team will win, but the varsity team will come up short. Chapman gets it right wing, short corner to Presley Emmons. She's got to shoot it. She won't, and that'll do it. Almost gave it up to Drennan there at the end as Crawford County comes out with an ugly win, but a win nevertheless as the Lady Pack have won 3 straight. They improved to 3-1 on the season, 3-0 away from Ron Ferguson Gymnasium. North Harrison off to a tough start, 0-4 to start the season. Their home opener does not go the way they want it to tonight. Crawford County victorious by a final score of 51-36 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard here tonight inside the Cougar Den on the campus of North Harrison High School in Ramsey. Crawford County coming out victorious tonight. They have now won 4 straight over the Lady Cats in the series. North Harrison leads the series 20-9 since the 2000 season. It's the 3rd time Crawford County has won here in the Cougar Den over that span. And for the Lady Cats, losing their home opener, Crawford County, by the way, now 12-15 against Mid-Southern Conference teams on the road over the last 10 seasons. And they've now won 5 of their last 6 road games against Mid-Southern Conference foes dating back to last season. We will head into our Davis Crushstone postgame show. After this break, we'll have final stats and analysis, and we'll pass along some final scores to you from girls high school basketball around the area tonight as well. The final tonight in the varsity contest, it is Crawford County beating North Harrison on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard, 51-36. You're listening to coverage of North Harrison Lady Cats basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County. They know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
Looking for great food at a great price? Come to Rita's Taco Shop on Edsel Lane in Corden. From loaded tacos and burritos to bowls and street favorites, Rita's has the flavor you crave and the value you love. Dine in or carry out. They're fast, fresh, and always delicious. Don't forget to pair your meal with the refreshing drinks and signature margaritas. With so many options, there's something for everyone. And gift cards make it easy to share the flavor. At Rita's, they're proud to support our local athletes on the court, the field, and in our community. Rita's Taco Shop in Corden, where community and flavor come together.
Tough night for the North Harrison Lady Cats on both ends of the floor, but especially on the offensive side tonight. A flurry of turnovers became an avalanche of turnovers. Unfortunately for North Harrison tonight, it was opening night here inside the Cougar Den. The home opener for the Lady Cats does not go well overall, as Crawford County prevails by the final tally tonight on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard, 51-36. Crawford County is now 3-1 on the season, as they are now 3-0 on the road. They have won 3 straight after losing the opener to Heritage Hills. And as for the Lady Cats, the tough start continues, as North Harrison is now 0-4 to start the season after taking the loss tonight. Lost their first 3 games on the road and now lose the home opener as well. The Lady Cats will be on the road Saturday in their second conference game of the season. They will head to Scottsburg, and it looks like that will be a varsity-only game now on Saturday over at the Pressure Cooker, Charles Meyer Gymnasium on Donna Cheatham Court. And for Crawford County, they will be back at it again on Friday. They will be at home, back home again at Ron Ferguson Gymnasium for the first time in 15 days. They'll take on the Tell City Lady Marksmen on Friday night before they head over to Pekin on Saturday evening to take on the Lady Musketeers in a matchup between 2 potential sectional opponents. So that's what the Lady Pack have coming up. And then on Saturday, the 29th of November, it'll be a varsity-only game with South Central coming up at Ferguson Gymnasium. For the Lady Cats, after they go to Scottsburg on Saturday, they will be right here at home to host Silver Creek the night before Thanksgiving on November 26th. And then on Saturday, November 29th, the Lady Cats are scheduled to host a matinee with Heritage Hills. That'll be a 12 noon JV tip-off with the varsity around 1:30. We welcome you to our Davis Crush Stone postgame show tonight here on 96.9 WKLO, streaming online at WKLO969.com. You can also find us on your Alexa device and also on YouTube, WKLO 96.9. Again, a tough loss tonight, a difficult game for the North Harrison Lady Cats as they fall to the Crawford County Lady Pack. The final score on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. Again, Crawford County 51, North Harrison 36. The JV game, though, does go to the Lady Cats by a final tally of 43-35. So the JV at least able to get a win tonight, and so if nothing else, that did happen, and so the Lady Cats definitely grateful that the JV team was at least able to pick up a victory tonight, but it's still a very difficult night for the varsity team against a very tough Crawford County team that came in tonight without their starting point guard, Abby Adams. She was not here tonight in the building and not able to play in this contest and will be out, it looks like, for the foreseeable future as well. And as for North Harrison, just a difficult night in every possible way it could be difficult with the lack of offense. The defense had their moments. They had some good moments there, able to force Crawford County into some turnovers and able to get some rebounds, force Crawford County to go 1 and out on quite a few occasions, but still the Lady Pack able to gather quite a few offensive rebounds in this game tonight and able to take advantage of North Harrison's turnovers. I'm not sure what the points off turnovers statistic looks like at the end of this night, but there's no question that Crawford County definitely fed off of the North Harrison miscues all throughout the course of the night. And as a result, the defense is what carries Crawford County to victory again. They came in allowing 38.7 points. They give up 36 tonight here on the road, so that's pretty well in line with what they've been doing so far through the first 3 games of the season. Incidentally, Crawford County, because they got over the 50-point mark tonight, they are now 111-12. Over the last 10 seasons, when scoring 50 or more points, they win 90% of their games when they score 50 or more points. When they give up less than 40 points, they've been winning 91% of their games on the season. So that statistic holding true for Crawford County. They've now won 5 of their last 6 on the road against Mid-Southern Conference opponents. And not only that, but they are now 12-15 against Mid-Southern Conference competition on the road going back over the last 10 seasons. Let's go through the scoring and shooting tonight. First for Crawford County as we continue along with our Davis Crushstone post-game show as well. We'll see if Coach Brooks is able to join us here for our post-game coverage tonight. We'll start off with the scoring for Crawford County, and leading the way tonight was, of course, Emery Stroud. She did the majority of the damage in this game tonight, had 16 points in the first half, did not shoot well really all throughout the night. Did better in the second half, though, but she got to the free throw line a ton in this contest. Made all 4 of her attempts in the first half, went 5 of 6 in the third quarter, and then made her last 4. So she goes 13 out of 14 at the free throw line tonight. Had 5 points in the third quarter, all on free throws. Had 8 points in the fourth quarter. Stroud finishes with 29 points to lead Crawford County tonight in this contest. So she ends up being the leading scorer tonight, leading all scores. And at one point, she had outscored North Harrison by 2 points. Fortunately, the Lady Cats were able to put enough points on the board thanks to a couple of Olivia Brown threes to stop that from becoming a full reality at the end of the night. But Stroud, 29 points, a great night for her, leading the way for Crawford County. Nobody else reached double figures for the Lady Pack. The next closest scorer was Peyton Stevenson. She had 5 points in the first half, got a basket for 2 in the third quarter. And Stevenson was able to score 7 points in this game. She had 2 points in that third quarter, and she really couldn't get much going offensively. Did make a 3 there in the second quarter for the Lady Pack as well. Meanwhile, as for the rest of the Lady Wolf Pack tonight, as far as scoring is concerned, the next scorer was Bryn Engel, 4 points, all on free throws. She was 2 of 4 in the second and third quarter combined. She made her last 2 free throws of the night, ends up 4 out of 6 at the line, scoring 4 points. Addison Pollock made a 3 in the second quarter. That's what she ends up scoring tonight. And then 4 players had 2 points each for Crawford County in this one. Lexi Wright made a 15-foot jumper in the third quarter from the right side for her 2 points. Kaylee Lamar got a putback basket in the fourth quarter. She finishes with 2 points. Sylvia Farrell got to the free throw line, made both of her attempts in the fourth quarter at the stripe, and then also scoring was J.C. Marples, a 5'5 sophomore who finished with 2 free throws there in the fourth quarter. Marples ends up scoring 2 points tonight to round out the scoring for Crawford County. And let's see who else played but didn't score. Michaela Drennan saw some time, as did Macy Norman and Ella Howell, but none of them were able to score tonight for the Lady Wolfpack in this contest. Crawford County just did not shoot the ball well. Didn't matter much considering how well they did at the free throw line, though. The Lady Pack were 7 of 31 in the first half. They end up shooting a combined 5 out of 16 in the second half, 2 of 8 in the third quarter, 3 of 8 in the fourth quarter. They shoot 12 out of 47 tonight, 26% overall. They only shot 2 3-pointers in the second half, both attempts in the third quarter. In total, the Lady Pack were just 4 out of 15 from behind the 3-point line, 27% here in the win tonight. And then as far as free throws are concerned, Crawford County was 7 of 8 in the first half. They made 6 out of 8 in the third quarter, and then made 10 out of 13 in the fourth quarter. In total, Crawford County goes 23 out of 29 on free throws tonight for 79%. Did a great job at the stripe all throughout the course of the night, and it leads to the victory for Crawford County. Meantime, as far as North Harrison is concerned, leading the way tonight. Actually had co-leaders in scoring. They would be Grace Goldman and Olivia Brown. Goldman and Brown both end up with 14 points tonight for the Lady Cats. Goldman had 9 of her 14 in the first half. She made 2 free throws in the third quarter, scored on an old-fashioned three-point play in the fourth quarter to round out her night scoring-wise. So Grace Goldman had 14 points in this one. Meanwhile, Olivia Brown finishing with 14 tonight. She only had 5 in the first half on a 2 in the first quarter, a 3 in the second quarter, and then Olivia caught fire there late when this one was pretty well all but decided. Olivia made 3 trays in that fourth quarter, 9 points, and that gives her a total of 14 on the night. So Goldman and Brown, again, 14 points, co-leaders in scoring tonight for North Harrison. Paisley Book had 4 points, got those in the third quarter, made a shot from each side of the basket, I believe, in that third quarter. So Paisley ends up with 4 points. Carly Chapman with a free throw on 1 of 2 attempts in the first quarter, got a basket in the third quarter. So Carly ends up with 3 points, and then Presley Emmons, 1 of 2 free throws in the first quarter. Presley finishes with 1 point tonight for the Lady Cats. Lillian Burks got some good looks tonight. Couldn't get anything to go in, unfortunately, as she's held scoreless. Bree Beach got time. She did not score. Lucy Flickner, Olivia Brock, and Carla Rosario, 5'8" sophomore forward, got some time tonight. First time Carla's been in a varsity game this season, but none of those girls were able to score for the Lady Cats. They shot 7 out of 21 in the second half, so actually improved their shooting percentage, but end up 11 out of 36 on the night, 31% in total. 3-point shooting, the Lady Cats were 3 out of 9 from behind the arc in the second half. They go 5 of 17 tonight for 29%. Free throw shooting was actually better for the Lady Cats in the second half. They end up going 6 out of 10 in the first half. They made all 3 of their attempts in the second half, so they go 9 of 13 for 69% here tonight. It was a 9-9 tie back in the first quarter, but Crawford County took over in the second quarter, namely with Stroud, getting some help from Pollock and Stevenson, who made a 3-point shot apiece. There in that second quarter, as Crawford County outscored the Lady Cats 16-7, took a 25-16 lead into halftime. In the third quarter, Crawford County nudged out North Harrison 10-8 and took a 35-24 lead into the fourth quarter. Crawford County led by as much as 20 on 2 occasions at 47-27 and 50-30. But the Lady Cats were able to narrow the margin a little bit in the fourth quarter. They end up coming up short, though, in the fourth quarter, 16-12. So Crawford County won the last 3 quarters tonight and win the game 51-36. 2 lead changes and 3 ties in this one tonight for North Harrison as they come up on the short end again. 0-4 now on the season. 0-1 here at home. Crawford County now 3-1 overall. Winners of 3 straight. All of those have come on the road. Meantime, let's take a look at the additional stats tonight between the two teams. Rebounding goes to Crawford County, 29-26 in total here tonight. The Lady Pack come down with, 10 offensive rebounds among those 29 total. The leader tonight was Emery Stroud. She goes for a double-double, 29 points to go with 10 rebounds, 2 of those rebounds on the offensive glass. Lexi Wright hauled in 7 rebounds tonight, 1 of those on the offensive end. Addie Pollock had 6 rebounds, 2 of those on the offensive side. Kaylee Lamar and Bryn Engel both came away with 3 rebounds. Engel had 2 offensive rebounds to 1 for Lamar. 29 rebounds total for Crawford County, 26 for North Harrison tonight. The Lady Cats end up getting 2, 4, 6, 10 offensive rebounds of their own among the 26 total, as Carly Chapman led the way tonight with 10 rebounds to go with her 3 points. Carly had 4 offensive rebounds in this one. Grace Goldman had 4 rebounds, 1 of those on the offensive end. Olivia Brown, 3 rebounds. Paisley Book had 4 rebounds tonight. Paisley got 1 offensive rebound among those 4. Olivia Brown had 3 boards tonight, 2 of those on the offensive side. Lillian Burks, 2 rebounds, both of the offensive variety. Presley Emmons had 2 defensive rebounds tonight. And Bree Beach with 1 rebound tonight to round out that category for the Lady Cats. The Lady Cats were minus 10 in turnover margin in the first half, and that continued in the second half, even though they only had 11 second half turnovers. North Harrison finishes with 27 turnovers tonight. Here at home, Crawford County finishes with 17. They also had 11 turnovers in the second half tonight as well. The Lady Pack dished out 7 assists on 12 made shots. Emery Stroud and Peyton Stevenson both had 2 assists. Addie Pollock, Sylvia Farrell, and Alexi Wright all collected 1 assist tonight for Crawford County. 7 assists on 12 made shots. North Harrison had 8 assists on 11 made baskets. Grace Goldman led the way with 3 tonight. Lillian Burks had 2. Olivia Brown, Carly Chapman, and Bree Beach all finished with 1 assist tonight for North Harrison as they fall to Crawford County 51-36 on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard. One more break. We'll come back and wrap it up for the night after this. You're listening to North Harrison Lady Cats basketball on 96.9 WKLO.
At Harrison County Hospital's orthopedic surgeons of Harrison County, they know pain and limited mobility can take a toll on your life. That's why the expert team is there, providing comprehensive, full-time orthopedic care right in our community. Led by Dr. John Connor, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon, along with physician assistant Christina Gunter and nurse practitioner Jeannie Doan. They deliver personalized care to help you move freely again. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Harrison County Hospital today and take the first step toward recovery. 812-734-3800 or online hchin.org.
Are you looking for top quality crushed stone in Harrison County? Look no further than Davis Crushed Stone in DePaul. At Davis Crushed Stone, they have been serving Southern Indiana for years, providing the highest quality crushed stone for all your construction needs. Their locally sourced stone is perfect for driveways, roads, landscaping, and much more. Plus, the friendly staff can assist you with your order, ensuring you get exactly what you need. They'll even deliver it right to your doorstep, making your project hassle-free. Choose Davis Crushed Stone for your next project. Give them a call at 812-347-2707.
Tough night for the Lady Cats. They're now 0-4 on the season after losing to Crawford County tonight, 51-36. It was the home opener for the Lady Cats varsity. But on the bright side, the JV did pick up the win tonight, 43-35 over the Lady Pack. So the JV and the varsity end up splitting tonight here inside the Cougar Den in Ramsey. Let's run through some final scores around the area tonight. We go up to Bloomington South, I believe. Bedford North Lawrence taking on the Lady Panthers, who are ranked 7th in Class 4A this week. And Bloomington South handing the Lady Stars their first loss of the season, 57-43. Some people think Bloomington South might be an outside contender for a state title run this year in Class 4A. Larry Winter's team, though, looking good in the early part of the season. Meanwhile, Borden had no problem with Crothersville tonight, 62-9. The defending Class A state champions handling business there. Meantime, Corydon Central bounced back from a 1-2 weekend in the Battle at the First Capital Tournament. They end up beating Paoli tonight down at the Panther Dome, 48-32. The Lady Panthers are now 4-3 on the season after that win tonight. Meantime, it was Edgewood beating Bloomfield 61-16, the final in that one. Gibson Southern handles Forest Park 56-32. Heritage Hills edges out Evansville North 47-44. Jasper, no problem with Evansville Bossy, 59-21. Jeffersonville wins a shootout over Providence. The Lady Pioneers started their season tonight, but it's the Lady Red Devils who win 68-61. Lagodi, no problem with Mitchell, 56-18. Also, Orleans beating up Shoals tonight, 57-21, the final in that one. Shaw Memorial wins a shootout against South Central, 66-60. South Knox, no problem with Northeast DuBois, the number 2 team in Class 2A. The defending state champions roll by the Lady Jeeps, 53-15 down in DuBois. We'll be there on Thursday night, by the way, on Gold 98.7 WSEZ. The Orleans Lady Bulldogs visiting the Northeast DuBois Lady Jeeps. JV at 6, varsity around 7:30, and we'll start pregame coverage around 7:15 Thursday night on Gold 98.7 WSEZ, streaming online at WSEZ987.com. Also tonight, Southwestern Hanover beats Clarksville 55-32. It was Springs Valley beating North Davies on the road, 53-42, the final in that one. And Wood Memorial, a winner tonight over Tecumseh, 47-29, the final in that one. So those are girls basketball scores around the area tonight. And so with that, our next girls broadcast here on WKLO will be in 2 weeks. We'll be back here again at the Cougar Den in Ramsey when the Jasper Lady Wildcats will visit North Harrison. Jasper now off to a 3-1 start after winning tonight under their 4th-year head coach Brittany Mainers. The Lady Wildcats return a good core of veterans from the last 2 seasons, including their senior guards Ayla Elkins, Ella Clark, and the Kleiser sisters and seniors Brooke and Emily. Jasper now has wins over Boonville, Heritage Hills, and Evansville Bossy, with a home loss to Jeffersonville in between. And before the Lady Cats will host Jasper, they have a stretch with 2 conference games. Again, they'll be at Scottsburg on Saturday and then back home again next Wednesday, taking on Silver Creek, before Heritage Hills comes to Ramsey on Saturday, November 29th. So join us for our Davis Crushstone postgame coverage, or pregame coverage, I should say, on Tuesday, December the 2nd. We'll get started around 7:15 from here at the Cougar Den on the campus of North Harrison High School in Ramsey. JV at 6, varsity around 7:30. Catch North Harrison and Corydon Central girls and boys basketball throughout the season on 96.9 WKLO. Tune in on 96.9 FM, streaming online at WKLO969.com, on our YouTube channel, WKLO 96.9, or on your Alexa. Just say, Alexa, listen to 96.9 WKLO. We'll be over on Gold 98.7 WSEZ Thursday night. The Lady Bulldogs visiting the Northeast DuBois Lady Jeeps. JV at 6, varsity around 7:30 with pregame around 7:15. And then next Tuesday, we begin our boys basketball season here on 96.9 WKLO. On Tuesday night, we'll be at Lloyd Scott Gymnasium 1 week from tonight when the Corydon Central Panthers will visit Seymour. The JV that night will start at 6 with the varsity around 7:30. And again, our Davis Crushstone pregame show around 7:15. As we close up shop for the night, we would like to thank all of our great sponsors: Harrison County Hospital, Denny's Carpet, Our Place Drug and Alcohol Services, and Rita's Taco Shop in Corydon, Ivy Tech Community College in Sellersburg, Prosser Career Education Center in New Albany, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Bender Lumber, First Harrison Bank, Morgan's Auto Salvage in Paoli, and Davis Crushstone in DePaul. Most of all, thanks to you for listening to our North Harrison girls basketball broadcast tonight. Once again, the final score on the First Harrison Banking Butler scoreboard: Crawford County 51, North Harrison 36. The JV game goes to the Lady Cats 43-35. We thank you for listening to our broadcast and for tuning into our post-game coverage presented by Davis Crushstone. Located at 8605 Big John Road in DePaul. For all of your Crushstone, lime, and aggregate needs, call Davis Crushstone at 812-347-2707. For our statistician and analyst, Greg Deaton, I'm David Deaton, saying have a great night from the Cougar Den on the campus of North Harrison High School here in the town of Ramsey. Keep your heads held high, love each other, be a light in your community, and may God bless America. We'll talk to you again next Tuesday night from Lloyd Scott Gymnasium in Seymour when Corydon Central visits Seymour to start off the boys basketball season here on 96.9 WKLO. And on Thursday night, we'll be on our sister station, Gold 98.7 WSEZ, for Orleans at Northeast DuBois. With that, we wrap it up for the night. You've been listening to coverage of North Harrison Lady Cats basketball right here on 96.9 WKLO.
This broadcast on Real Country 96.9 WKLO has been made possible by our incredible community sponsors: Davis Crushstone, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Denny's Carpet, First Harrison Bank, Ivy Tech of Sellersburg, Morgan's Auto Salvage, Our Place Drug and Alcohol Services, Prosser Career Education Center, Rita's Tacos. Thanks for supporting local athletes, local schools, and local radio. This has been Real Country 96.9 WKLO, keeping